event.
No smiles today.
Proudly brought to you
Bye.
Top Dog Liquor. Lyndon Hosking and the lads doing a great job, so thank you very much.
This is perfect, man.
You're going to get your money's worth today,
This
Top
is
Dog.
perfect, man. Top Dog Liquor Boxing.
You're in the ring, Rocker.
All right.
Time to throw some
I
fists.
thought I'd start. First of all, I've got a little bit of a disclosure. Is that the word?
Disclosure.
Yeah, first of all, or is it disclosure? Anyway, Carlton Football Club.
Yes.
If you're listening, if you thought you were upset with me this week, mate, you better buckle up, right? The second one is disclosure or warning, whatever it is to the supporters. The ones who say things like, oh, you're not a real supporter. To those people there, those people, they remind me of, you know, parents, and you know who you are. You know the parents who have got kids who when they sing, right, it's that bad that your ears bleed, right? That's how bad the kids sing. But yet, they still allow them to go on Australian Idol and make a fool of themselves in front of millions of people. That's what you guys are like, because you won't criticise anything, and if you think if someone is saying something, trying to be positive, they don't support the club. So for those people, they'll give you a second, turn off, because you're not going to like what I've got to say now. Alright, so they've all turned off. Alright. Come on.
So the viewership's actually gone up.
Alright, so we could talk about ball movement.
Yes.
We could talk about stats, game plan, etc. Blah, blah, blah. And we'll do all that. We will go through the game, right?
Like we always do.
But I want to talk about what I think is the underlying problem with our beloved Blues.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
A team that is having the same issues for the last 20 years, but refuse or are not willing to address the problems.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to give you a quote from Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yes. Which I think is one of the great minds of the modern era.
Tough not to be if you're a billionaire.
Yeah,
Never met a dumb one.
One said that when he was young, he was wondering what was the meaning of life.
Yep.
He was wondering, why are we here? What's it all about? Mm-hmm. Right? And he came to the conclusion, what really matters is trying to understand what the right question to ask.
Yes.
Are we asking the right questions of the Carlton Football Club?
I like it.
All right. Let me do it for you.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Have you got the right questions?
I'm going to ask these questions.
Exam.
Look at it. I love it.
There's
come
9
prepared.
points here.
9 points.
9 points.
All right,
man.
9.
I'm telling you, man. I've been thinking about this. I've been sitting on this, right? The first question I want to ask is this.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Why did Sauce, whose family name is such a big part of the club, is it synonymous?
Synonymous. Yeah.
Synonymous.
No,
Synonymous.
Synonymous.
Synonymous. Oh, I think that's sauce.
That's sauce ringing in there.
That's Sauce. Right?
Synonymous.
Why? Why did he leave and now refuses to return to the club, even when his son's 100th game? He never came in the change room and he sat in the car. Why?
Yep.
2. Why did Kane Little, who was a big part of that decision, get sacked not even 12 months later?
Yep.
Number 3. And this is when we should have seen the red flag. Why did Sayers and the board try to hoodwink the members when they try to change the constitution and take away, right, some of the members' rights only to back down after they were challenged?
Right.
right? So just remember what they try to do, and we trusted those people. Why did Chris Judd leave his position as director of football? And why did they appoint Greg Williams? One of my favourite footballers, mind you, right? Nothing to do with his football. But has anyone asked what qualifications he has? Or was it an appointment just to satisfy the members? Why did Alistair Clarkson not want the job as senior coach at Carlton, but then take the job at North Melbourne not a year later? Why did Brad Scott not put himself up for senior coach of the Carlton Football Club, yet apply for senior coach of the Essendon Football Club not a year later? Why did Ross Lyon pull out of the job of the Carlton Football Club when the job was all but his, only to become senior coach of the St Kilda Football Club not a year later?
I think we know the answer to that.
Why was Voss appointed senior coach at the Carlton Football Club only 24 hours after Clarkson stated on one of the footy shows that he would not take up the position? Who was the best candidate, and was Voss the coach the selection panel recommended? I'm going to ask that question, and I'm going to leave it there.
You just did.
I'm going to finish off with this. You never fight until you have to, but when it's time to fight, you fight like you're the third monkey on the ramp of Noah's Ark. And brother, it's starting to rain.
For him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to this end, to this end, to this end. I'm good, I'm a need, I'm a die, 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 I'm a need, I'm a die.
Everybody, welcome to the Jumper Punch!
Everybody, welcome to another big episode of the Jumper Punch. I thought I'd start like that.
Yes, rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Maybe we can discuss.
I think they're not just your thoughts. I think they are
Many thoughts.
a lot of people's thoughts. The majority, I would say, Rocco.
You reckon?
Yes. People are just scared to say it.
I think so. I think the minority always scream the loudest, but the majority keeps silent.
And there's got to be one brave voice to.
And you know what?
stand
I've
up.
always said no one should ever be scared of questions.
No.
Right? If you're honest and you think you're doing the right thing, you should not be scared to sit there and be asked a question and give an honest opinion. And
Yep.
those questions I asked, anytime anyone wants to answer any of them, you can come to me. And another thing, man, if you have got something to say about me, stop ringing up everybody else in the world and give me a call, man.
Correct.
All right, done. Hey, you know what we need?
What do we need?
Mate.
A coffee.
I'm just going to
Schnitz.
skull this as it is, mate.
The Jumper Punch.
Get a snorkel.
You know what? I can't even bother ringing. I'm just going to... Hey! Get me the coffee!
And the food.
That's it. Right.
I'll be back.
But one thing that... The one person that never lets us down.
He's Schnitz.
Schnitz.
No.
Gokhan down at Northland.
Yeah, get down
I saw
there.
him before the game.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We had a good little chat.
Was he
One.
happy?
Yeah, and I
There
met
it
the
is.
chef. I think
chef.
His name's Daniel.
Was it Daniel?
I think it's Daniel. If I got it right, hopefully I got it right. But
Actually, I met Mark today. I went down Snets, and
Yeah.
Mark made me my food.
There you go.
And met Mark, so he was happy to see me, and said how much he loved the show and that. And I think he might be in the background of the promo that we're going to do.
Sorry, guys.
So yeah. So remember, if you do,
Yep.
My microphone, sorry if it gets a bit.
if you do become
a
a
subscriber,
subscriber,
you get
of
17%
VA,
off.
Yes, and Jumper Punch.
Correct.
But if you become a member,
Of the Jumper Punch.
Yep.
you get 25% off, man. Now,
Yes, sir.
all right, I think it's time to draw
Yeah.
one of
Oh, yes.
two. Now,
Yes.
Oh, it's a deep one, that one.
I think we'll do it next week.
Next week.
Okay, so
We'll do it
draw
next
prize
week. We'll draw next week because,
Yep.
to tell you the truth, we didn't really... we wanted to organise it, but this minestra that they did yesterday, and we.
Time was just,
Oh man, it's got my head.
And you got
into
another
a
week to
spin.
join up.
And you got another week to join up. So next week, what we're going to do is we're going to announce the person who's going to come on the couch with us.
Yep.
Right before you go away.
Yep.
Before we, okay,
Because then we'll get one later on too. We're going to get there, and we're also going to announce. I'm going to say 2 people, right, to do the footy challenge.
Love
Yes.
it. Beautiful.
With
All right.
Ange himself.
And then with Ange himself, and then I reckon Ange will come onto the thing too
you.
to announce us. So everyone get on.
Thank you.
Which one had the heavy ball?
That one.
That one there.
I
I
wouldn't
wanted
mind-
the heavy
I don't
one.
mind that one.
Well,
You want it.
Smell it.
And knock
no,
yourself out.
No, I need to knock
Hello,
myself
hello.
out.
Yeah, to the dead shits. It's good.
Beautiful. I've had 2 hours sleep.
Oh, and I brought them gifts this week.
Yeah, we got gifts.
We got gifts, man. We got that.
The big can, 440ml of Petty
We're
Mac.
doing it all at the same time.
Yeah.
So if we join the Mars,
Oh, yes,
yeah.
that's right.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you join them up, let's get this out of the way.
let's get this out of the way because we've got some shit to talk here,
We
mate.
do. Join the Mars, $3.99. You get you get the chance to go into the running to win that $500 hamper, but it's probably worth a lot more than that.
Mate, I'm telling you, it's worth like $10,000.
Sonic Guernsey vouchers to the stores and all that. You get the codes and percentage off
Yep.
merchandise. The members get early access to those new videos.
Yep.
The
Join the
Rocker.
Rocker, $7.99. Everything you get with the Mars, and you've got the chance to join us on the couch. So you got 1 week.
Which
left
get drawn next week.
to get
The
involved
first
with
chance.
that.
We've got another 2 after that, but that's your first
And then you
chance.
go into the draw to try
Kick
and beat
against Ange,
yeah.
kicking contest.
then you got-
those competitions will be drawn obviously live next week, and in the power. What's this worth?
$24.99.
24.
I'm not even know.
Yeah, but
Psychological
you get to sit
pricing.
with the one of your, and I'm telling you, everyone saw the guest this week,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Look, let me just say, maybe it would have been difficult to get to the club because they were a little bit. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that.
Here's the ultimate legend.
I've had a week this week.
Fuck, you're on one.
The jumper punch.
And no sleep.
Come sit down when we have a chat with one of the legends,
Yes.
the former players and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
And when
3
you
good
become a
ones.
member, trust me, if you become a member of the last one, the Paolo, right?
The Paolo.
Send us the email.
Yes.
Because how am I going to get in contact here to come and see the plays?
if you have a Paolo membership,
Mate, I'm telling
send
you,
us an email.
if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I'm telling you, if you want to get there, you have to send the email or else I can't get it. I'm not going to just put it out there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? So, and that's
Yeah.
the thing.
The
So
email,
everyone-
the jumperpunch@gmail.com.
Dot-
I'll see if I can even
Get it
contact them through YouTube.
maybe we could, but it's
I'll have-
easier just to
but
do that.
just contact us and
Yeah.
yeah. Through anything. I mean, through the emails the best, but if you got Instagram or whatever, just give us a...
100%,
Yeah.
man, and you get to meet.
Or
And as I
Facebook,
said, so next
sure
week's
you'll
going to
do.
be an exciting week. As I said, we're going to draw, and there's going to be someone sitting right there, man.
You can fit
Right
this
next
year.
to Mars and
Could
you
be you.
can fit this
They'll be
year.
able to
Mars is
fit.
looking good, mate.
They'll be able to fit this year.
Yeah,
He's
they will,
dropping,
yeah.
weight, he's dropping weight like our percentage at the moment.
That's sick, man. I love that.
When
That's
you're
so
going to be
true.
under 100 there.
Hey, listen.
You got to get to
Soon.
92.
yeah. All right, I'll see if I can beat the club.
See if you can get Carlton's percentage.
Let's see if I can beat the club this year.
Because they're dropping like...
Dropping
By the end of the season, I want to see if I can beat the club's percentage. That's the goal.
You can't do it. But that's their goal, to beat you.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Fuck.
Lonro and Dalzeo.
Bone crusher.
It's fucking disgusting, man.
Fuck. All right, we got some...
No, and Marino Brothers, remember...
Marino Brothers.
spend over $60, get
They
free
are
next day delivery.
the number one ticket holders, been there since the start, so just get
Started
onto
from the
them.
bottom now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Bit of Drake.
And then you've got also
North.
Legends of the Jumper Punch
Oh, yes.
who are sponsored by
North
North.
Seafood
yes.
Bar
So go
and
and
Grill.
see, go and
Yep.
see, mate. He's everywhere. Did you see he gave the
yeah,
jumper to
Cincotta.
Cincotta?
Oh, he did, yes, indeed.
And it's Cincotta. I heard some people go Cincotta. I'm
Nah,
just like,
they're-
"Oh."
they're
CI
Australian.
is-
CI is chin.
Australian. Can I just say something about?
They should have got him to did they do like a little
I
interview
reckon
before
it'll
it?
probably come up.
I mean, why wouldn't you do that before his first
yeah,
game, yeah?
I love it.
Like, what does it mean to be at the Carlton Football Club and that? Maybe we should do it. Oh, they wouldn't let us in the club. But I'm just
why
saying,
not?
like, what? Give
They
us...
did one after the game.
No, that's
After we
shit.
lost
I want
by
one
20
before
points.
the game. What does it mean? After the game, he's going to be down. He's going to, whatever, bro. Get out of my face.
You know what? Like, imagine, like, us and the club like working together.
Never happened.
to
Yeah,
do,
you're in
like,
dreamland
interviews.
like they are. But
I know.
the ricotta cheese, mate. He's spinning up some ricotta. But yeah,
He's all
no,
right on the weekend.
I liked him.
No, he was good. Hey, listen, mate. The two shows. First of all, right? Let's get on to like Blue Sunday.
Yeah.
Now, Blue Sunday, I'm
Fire
telling you, forget about all the other shows. I'm telling you, you're getting a 1979 Premiership player who
Full
doesn't
forward.
hold back. So everyone have a look at this.
That third quarter, and you know, I haven't been a massive fan of Harry, but I was really, really disappointed with his effort kicking around corners on the left-hand side of his body, where he could at least have scored something. I know he hit the post once, and the other one he shanked it and put it straight up in the air, for goodness sake. But the thing that really disappointed me the most was that when he did do it, he wasn't dirty on himself. It was like, oh, well, fucking, you know, maybe I can get away with it. But honestly, at that critical time of that game, I mean, you could say that Silvani's kick in front of goal, you could say that was possibly a problem, but it's more so when you've got a side that looks to your big talls as your scoring forwards, and when they let you down that badly, then I find that unacceptable. And to be quite honest with you, if I was in the coaching area at Carlton, I'd drop Harry next week, to be honest.
All right, he doesn't hold back, and I'm telling you, it's radical.
I love it.
But he said, because I did speak to him privately, and he said to him, mate, he's there to kick goals. And his attitude stinks, and what's happening is it's running through the club.
I completely agree that his
Yep.
attitude stinks.
Yeah, it's
Completely
fun,
agree.
but
Mate, and that's the kind that's what you're going to get from this show. He doesn't hold back.
kind of laughed it off when he did that.
Yeah.
Not Peter Brown, obviously. No,
I know.
Mackay kind
And
of
this
just
is
laughed
what,
it off.
this is what upsets me, man. We're there in pain, and this bloke's like thinking, oh, yeah, no. Well,
Like,
anyway.
obviously, he would have been angry, but yeah, we'll keep going. We'll
I
get
don't
to
know.
it.
Is he?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
Anyway, the other one is Forever Rivals. Far out. Again,
It's
like,
not gonna
I just want to
happen.
say...
You're going to get
listen,
slaughtered.
Yeah, I thought that last week, but they are weak as piss, both of them. I sat there and said, give it to me, and they come up with nothing. I actually stirred them for like 20 minutes, and I lost the game. So, anyway, have a look at this. We're going to get away. Let's have a look who Mark looks like. Let's go. Here we go.
Up from up.
Up, yeah, the granddad. Go with the sound.
The old man from up.
Oh, he's from up.
That's brilliant.
That's what he reckons the Bombers are going. Watch the Bombers
See the
fly
Bombers play up as well.
Up, yeah.
I love it.
That's fantastic.
where the game's going to. Should he have helped Ginnivan up?
Yeah, I think considering the way this game started with, and it was fantastic to see after 30 years, Nicky Winmar, very humble on the day. It's about, eliminating racism. It's about showing that we're all respect for one another. So what harm would it have been for him just to reach out his hand and say, you know what? But Ginnivan's got a big heart and he's okay with it. But I think he should have helped him up.
It's ridiculous, Manny. That is an absolute joke what you said. If I was the Saints, I would sit there and I'd stare him down, and there is no way I'm helping him up, mate. This has got nothing to do with it. Like, I can't believe that you brought out racism and that. That's got nothing to do with it.
No.
We're trying to do this.
I'm saying,
what has that got to do with trying to lift someone off the ground? Come on, brother. We're going to start and we're going to do our tips, but we're going to start with the shit game. Now, I'm going to call it, I know you call it the Anzac game, but I'm going to call this the drug addict game because the word drug chief means that it to your sports.
Big
And
L.
then you've got the drug chiefs over there. Just in the last 6 weeks, you've had 2 druggies in your side. So the drug game, let's talk about it, guys, and stop holding hands. Oh, Manny, You want to help the players up, do you? We'll see how many players help each other up on Anzac Day. Go for it. It's always good banter. It's always good banter. And
Get on it.
Yeah, I reckon you've got to get on it because this week, again, and they're going to have the big Anzac, so I wonder what they're going to bring up. They're pretty soft, man. They try to shut up. They're a bunch of losers and there's going to be a loser. Anyway, all right, so that was it. All right, listen, man, look, everyone's been waiting for this and let's go for it.
Ready?
Petty Mac.
Go, he's going to do it.
Double or separate?
Nah, you'll burst their eardrums, but go.
3, 2, 1.
We did a triple. We don't need this.
Petty Max.
1
We got
calorie.
the wraps there. Oh,
1 calorie
I
there.
know.
What wraps you got today?
So we got the...
Spice of life.
Did we didn't even play. Let's play the promos now because we actually didn't play them. So we got the Spice of Life.
Yep.
Jesse Motlop, who wasn't spicy, is a mild again.
Yep.
The Status Quo.
Yep. This is that's what the performance was.
Yep.
Status Quo Carlton for the last
20 years. The Garden of Eden. It was the Garden of Merda.
It's where we want to be.
It was the Garden of Merda this
It's
week.
where we want to be.
It was the garden of... Remember when the old man, like my old man, he used to get like chook manure for the garden?
Yeah.
Right, once a year, and he used to get it delivered in a truck and then leave it on the nature strip, and the whole
Just reek of
street
shit.
was the
Reek of shit.
That's what Carlton reeked
Yeah.
like this week, man.
Absolute
Even
dog
though we
shit.
didn't give a crap.
So it was Carlton and Gilda, and the scores were
60 to 82.
2.
That's it. I don't even know the rest. It doesn't really
Whatever.
matter. 60 for 82.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yep.
Let's get into it.
Yep. Real, raw, honest, play by play, funny, authentic. Mars's journal. Jesus Christ.
Let's see what Anzac spirit they've got today, fellas.
Fantastic. I can't wait till they defend our country, those people.
I would love to stand next to him in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Heaps. Membry, here we go. Fades it left. The ghosts of last year are here already. Piss week 5, he got the cheese. There was one play where he just...
Yeah.
Membry misses directly in front. Fuck, I couldn't believe he missed 2 of them. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, I was thanking my lucky stars.
Might
just
be our
there.
day today.
Yes.
Might be.
Might be our day today, ladies and gentlemen. Membry's not getting on top.
Free kick, Charlie stabs at it and misses. Just pull it through,
All
son.
deal, Carney.
Why they? And he did stab at
He
it.
stabbed at it
He
badly
stabbed at
too.
it bad,
Yeah. The transition from St Kilda 3 times has murdered us in 2 kicks, Clark snaps and goals.
Yep. That was
They created a
stoppage.
stoppage. Yep. Finally, Silvani kicks a goal. Jack.
We've
Not
been
sus.
asking for it.
Why is Silvani running left for the handball when he's right-footed?
Oh my God.
And why is Harry Mackay not going for goal?
That was bad, that whole play was just a disaster.
Misses to the right, 8 to
Start
7.
finish.
The trans.
You know what? Sorry,
Yeah,
when you
go,
took
you go.
that mark.
Go
Right?
back, have the shot.
No, but I turned around to Dylan and I was going, I'm going to go, what just happened there in a second? The ball went over there, it went over there. That's disgraceful.
Transportation of the ball, better off halfback, quicker with intent, isolated the key backs to a 1-on-1. Finally did it, you know. We isolated them 1-on-1, Harry and Charlie. Harry goes back and he nails it, 14 to 7. Beautiful kick. Beautiful kick.
He's on tonight.
Big drop punt.
Yeah.
Big drop punt.
He's on, mate.
Routine.
Mate.
Set shot.
I'm telling you, he's not going to miss all night.
Yeah, no.
All night.
Conviction.
Yeah. Big tackle, Cripps on the wing. They were out there. There was one on the
Holding the
wing
ball,
where they
yeah.
was holding the ball and they
Holding
were
the
out.
outside.
Butler was out, the little germ. Rush the kick, Akers, and then they go down the other end and get a goal through Marshall. So we get the free kick, go into the middle. Akers decides to just blaze away, kicks the opposition. 1-2, see you later. Beautiful.
I hope that's the last time that happens for the
Yeah, me
game.
too. Yeah.
I hope that.
Chris from the centre bounced with a bullet pass like Liam Neeson goes down Kerno's throat. Oh, it was a free kick.
Yeah, free kick, yeah.
21 to 13. Regulation set shot for King Charles.
That was a free kick.
It was a free kick. Quarter 2. Cherita Cripps, 35 on a slight angle, misses to the left. You got to kick that. You got to kick that as a captain, don't you?
I think so.
I was backing him and going, he kicked this.
I said it.
Yeah.
I said he won't miss this.
You know, in your head you go, yeah, he does. But on the day, go back and kick it.
Like you think about it, he hasn't missed all year, so you think like he's going to...
Well, he hasn't had a set shot all year, so yeah. 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 Newman kicks behind Curno's back. He kicked, so Newman out of back, and oh my God.
Shocking.
Horrible kick.
Absolutely shocking.
Owens goes up, and the tip rat, Germ Butler, gets a goal, 23-26, and the Saints in front.
And it begins.
Cripps extracts, and Curnow goes to Curnow. Free kick, Charlie, and Curnow goals, 29-26. You know, yeah, it was a free kick.
No, 100%.
It was a free kick. Butler turning into Prime Eddie Betts and dribbles one through, 29-32. Fuck, he snuck it through as well. Charlie Huge marking, that's a 50, you green maggot. Ed Day, King Charles, 35-32. So he was up and about, Charlie, early.
Oh yeah, big day coming up.
How's your shoulder still, you maggot? Higgins with a long bomb to Membry. Membry goes bang and 36-38. It's an absolute shootout here. It's like watching Rambo. It was, and that's what I thought it'd be. You know, a bit early. Yeah, it's where it always breaks down on the half-back flank. Come right back over our heads. Oh my God, Philippou the Malacca into the man on the mark.
Oh.
Yeah. How close did he get? Higgins has got his head taken off. If I hear another fan say, "Why are we going backwards?" I'll break someone's fucking jaw. You gotta sometimes go backwards to go forward.
100%.
Far out. Well done, Durden, 42-39. Now shove that one up your ass. That's what I said to the fan, because they got the goal from that play. So because it was a stoppage and they kicked the goal.
Mate,
anyway.
Durden's on.
Beautiful movement by hand. The Kraken, Jesus Almighty, misses 43-39. Yeah, good half of footy from the Baggers. Good half of footy. I like it. Maybe could be a couple more goals in front, but I like it.
The post, he slid it to the left.
Oh, yeah, left. Yeah.
He never kicks those set shots, Harry.
Quarter 3. The Premiership quarter, as we made famous.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
not.
We made it famous.
We did.
You know?
We did. Bubba Gresham powders one home, 43-45.
Oh, let's get it back.
700k for those goals. Chera bang, 48-43. We all lost it. Yeah, we lost it. Yeah.
You walked in.
That's a fucking cheap goal to Machito Owens, 50-52. That's a dog shit entry from Curnow. Up your ass, Wilkie. Oh, Silvani. Silvani, it's 30 metres out, so we've got the 50. Got to kick it. You got to kick it.
Simple.
51-52. And you know what happens here when we miss an easy set shot?
100%.
Zane Cordy, 51-58. A lucky free kick to Wiedering in the back pocket, because they got the one handball over the top.
Yep.
And let off again. Slow and methodical. Harry with one-handed mark, and he misses. That was the worst kick you'll ever see in your life.
Oh, the one where he bellied it?
Yeah.
What?
The one before that, he hit the post, didn't he?
That was a snap, and then the one after it, he bellied. Disgusting.
That's a disgrace. Oh, sorry, I can't use that word.
Cowan dives on it, and Butler gets a holding the ball. And he dragged it back in. It was holding the ball.
Stupid.
Butler lets us off 52-60. Higgins punishes us here 52-66. Four players going for the ball. Remember that one right in front of us? They all went up. 3 St Kilda players on the floor. What happens? Butler marks the Germ goals 52-72. And this has turned into a complete utter merda. Quarter 4.
In 20 minutes,
Capitulated. What has happened? Where has the first half gone? 21 points down, and we'll see how good we are now. Silvani to nail it, and he does. Cheap little free kick will take it. 58-73.
Game on.
Well, so we think. Mitch McGavin, if that was a hamburger, he would have marked it. He would have gobbled it up, actually. Mitch Owens flushes one from 50, 58-79. Fisher, absolutely horrible. I can't watch this shit. ... Game over.
Yeah, it was.
So
Perfect.
That was perfect. It was a good description. That first half was
We're entertained. We're fed.
and we said like we wanted them to go out and
go for it early. Because I'd rather you go for it early and not chase the game and set the trend. And
Now,
I
have you
thought they
ever
played
seen-
well in the first half.
Have you ever seen someone have like over 400?
Possessions?
And not only that,
446.
the contested possessions were like 60 plus.
Well, we got this. I think we got some stats. Here.
Let's have a look at
Sorry.
these stats.
Well, you
Petty
I'm
Mac.
done.
Petty Mac.
Here we go.
52 inside 50s to 56.
That's been a trend
Pretty
all year.
even.
A bit
Yeah.
pretty even
Yeah.
all year.
Smashed them in contested ball.
Yep.
Had plenty of uncontested ball. Beaten at stoppage clearance. Marks
Come on, mate.
inside 50, horrible.
Yep.
Tackles about
Same.
even, which is really weird considering
We had a lot of the ball.
Yeah, so and tackles inside 50, pretty even keel. But the big difference was that one system was way more efficient than another,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that leaves you with big question marks on the coaches.
It has
Why,
to be.
why have they gone away from what worked so well last season?
Well,
Short, sharp, quick ball movement. Move the ball by hand as much as you can.
but when you say last season, it's still the first half of last season because
Yes.
I think we fell away in the second half,
Yeah.
right? And we haven't regained that form from the
I don't
first
think
half.
I think we've replicated it in
No.
maybe one game this year. Not even. Like in that Geelong game, they were alright, but I didn't mind the first half of football. I didn't mind it. I saw Terry at half time, and I said to him, man, I liked the way we were
I was
going.
happy.
I wasn't
were
like
winning.
overly happy. I thought our disposal by foot was
bad.
fucking atrocious.
It was bad.
It was
Well,
shit.
remember, like it started with the first couple of possessions with Wiedering.
Loitering, yeah.
Not be able to hit a target and missing it by a metre or so with no and
No
the-
pressure, yeah.
mate. And the other, like, if you keep going during the game, even when times when they're trying to bloody switch, right? And this is another thing. I'll be harping on about this switching, right? They do not know how to switch, and this is their issue. I've worked it out. When they switch, they take too many possessions to switch.
Yes, it's not direct enough.
Yeah.
It's not. And what happens is, as soon as they do 1, 2, 3, they've already worked them out and they cover them.
They're also too slow at doing
They
it.
are too slow at
what
it.
I think? This is what I think happens with the switch a lot of the time, and I noticed it a lot yesterday. Pardon me. St Kilda defended it okay.
Wow, yeah, not bad.
And they do have Ross Lyon as
Yeah.
their coach,
Yeah.
right? We know he's a master with all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
right? Clearly. But what frustrates me is that it doesn't seem to me that there's a visual cue. There's a cue for the guy who's got the ball that's about to make the switch happen to suggest all blokes up the ground to know,
I'm going.
we're on.
We're on, yeah.
Okay, we know what's going to
But
happen.
what do you mean, like
So what I mean is that...
a visual cue? What
so
do you mean?
like-
It's when a play. You
So
go,
when,
you go.
when a certain player gets the ball in the back half,
Yeah.
You know where it's
just
going.
say we've got it on the left hand side.
Yep.
We want to move it to the right.
Yep.
The first player who has the ball on the left hand side who's going to initiate the switch,
Yep.
that first player, there should be a visual cue that everyone knows about, or that as soon as this particular player has the ball,
Go.
we know, okay,
Bang, we're done.
move, let's go, everyone go.
On the ball.
Everyone's on the same page, right? Everyone go, and that's how you make the space and actually get in front of your opponents to make them, because they don't know what you're going to do when you've got the ball.
But
100%.
in the first half, they were on their bike, but it wasn't quick and direct enough.
wasn't
There was
quick enough.
there was one stage where Wiedering had it in the middle, and they were coming towards my way, and I'm going, all right, Hollands is out here, and
Yeah,
he's got
go.
10 meters on
Go.
his opponent. He's gone. He's
Go.
already on the horse, and they were all out in the forward line as well, and he got it, and Wiedering,
realised.
he went like this, and then he kind of looked back, and I'm like, it's finished.
It's done.
He already took 2
It's done.
seconds. It's
It's
done.
done.
And by the time you go there, that player's already manned up. You're already too close to the boundary, so you're going
You're
to
done.
force a... You're going to have to hit it right to his tit on
Yeah.
about
And
30,
that's-
40 minutes.
And that is a lot to do with coaching as well.
Yeah,
Because
it has
as
to
a
be.
coach,
Yeah.
as a coach and tactics, what your job is to alleviate doubt from your players.
Yeah.
Is that I know when I get the ball in this situation, I do this.
Yep.
When I get the ball at this particular area, if there's space out here, I know to do this.
And it is, and it's coaching. It's coaching, and not only the senior
Also
coach.
inherently the players as well.
Yeah.
Of course,
You know.
of course. But I said this. I was speaking to Peter Brown, right, and he agreed with me. We've only ever had one Rhodes Scholar in the team.
Mike Fitzpatrick.
That's it. The rest, I'm telling you, aren't that bright,
They shim you.
right? But I'm not saying in a disrespectful way, right? You're playing a game of football. We've got to make this as simple as possible.
No, it is.
Right? And it seems to be too complicated.
But it is simple. I said to him, I don't think the players can mentally apply themselves for long enough.
So, all right. Then that's a problem, Mark.
Yeah, I know it's a problem.
All right, then. All right, we could say that they don't apply.
So you can. So if I look at it, I hate going back to last year because last year is done, but it follows into this year because it's the same group, same, and you got a couple more players.
It's not much different.
So if you look at the games right last year when we won games, right, we used to blow teams away in what, a quarter and a half of footy,
whatever it is,
right?
Yeah.
So they're thinking now, okay, we can blow a quarter. Oh, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe it's not true. Maybe it's not right.
There you go.
But I'm thinking, right, we can blow a team away in a quarter and a half of footy. We just got to be efficient at it.
Yep.
So we're just going to apply ourselves for a quarter to 2 quarters, and then the rest we can't apply ourselves.
We switch off.
Yeah. Well, that's what I reckon.
Well, if that's the case, then
Because they haven't shown it. Like maybe one game this year, but maybe they can.
not even that game.
I don't think it'll ever be perfect.
No,
It doesn't have to be
there's
perfect.
nothing is perfect.
That's the thing.
How can you? What is perfect? What is perfection?
No, there is no
Perfection's
perfect.
winning a flag.
Well,
That's perfection.
Yeah. That's
But those teams getting to flags are not perfect. It's just the way you do it.
all right, so
You
we
make
can-
less mistakes than the opposition, and we
Of
got
course.
too many mistakes.
And you're not
We make
you're
the
not going to
same
have it your way the whole
No,
game.
you can't. You got to take
right.
pressure. You got to take the hits and then go again.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we take the hits, we fall down and can't
do.
get up.
We do.
We can't get up.
We do.
Like when it got to 24 points, like
was
even
over.
18, 20 points. How the fuck can we think it's over? 20 points is like a
All right.
goal
But
now.
Did you think it was over?
Oh, I knew it was over when they got to 2 goals.
So
in
when they
Fred.
got to 3 goals, did you think it was over?
Yeah, it was done.
Did you think it was over?
When it got
What-
to 20, when it got to over 20, I
thought it was
had a
done.
Bad feeling.
All right, that's bad.
I know.
Yeah, because
If
they're
you're
not
thinking that, they're
Did you
thinking that.
feel it in the crowd?
Yes.
I did too.
And that's what I mean.
I saw people leave when we were 18
I
points
know.
down. I'm
I
like,
did. They were walking away, and I'm going, "What's going on?" You know. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm telling you, man, they won't come back from this, man. They won't come back from this.
and then you see these other teams. They got 4 minutes left. They got to kick 4 goals, and they can do it. And you go, why can't we do this? Like, why
I
can't
think
Carlton do this?
My concern now is that those 2 losses will be a blow to their own belief in
Yeah,
the whole
that
system.
they can't
and the
do
way
it.
the work is that what we're actually doing is not working.
It's
And
not
go away
working.
From it, you know.
It's not working.
It hasn't worked for the last 2 weeks.
It hasn't worked, but I don't think it's worked for longer than that. I don't think it's worked for long. I'll give you a couple of stats.
It's now. Yeah, go.
I'll give you a couple of stats. Forget about this year. Do you know since round 10, I keep harping on that
Sydney game,
that
yeah.
Sydney game, and not only the full Sydney game at half time.
Yeah.
Since that point there, we've had 18 games.
Yep.
We've won 7.
Yeah, sheesh.
And I'll give you another stat. You know what our percentage is in those 18 games?
80.
90. Well, it's 99. Under 100. That says a lot.
Yeah.
That says a lot. Everyone goes, "Oh, we started well." Mate, after that Sydney game, we won 4 games. We won 4 games and they were shit. Essendon, who weren't playing well.
Oh, they were a rabble.
West Coast.
Yep.
who
They were rabble, and they still kick.
GWS.
they still
GWS,
kick
and the only
7
good one
goals.
was Fing. And this year we've had 3 mediocre bloody games that we've won.
And I'll give them the Geelong game.
The Geelong
which I
game,
thought
that's
they
why I'm
were
not
good. I
giving
thought
them
they
that
were
one
good.
there.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, we've won 7 out of 18. That's not even an average side.
It's
That's
below
what people aren't
par.
seeing.
Below
and
par.
tell me another thing. I asked this question to you before, and I'll ask you now. Who's improved under Voss? And don't give me Cribs and Curnow.
Nah. They were all,
Don't give me the blokes who are or Walsh or someone who's naturally gifted that's going to be better. Who's
the
Self-motivated.
talents there.
See who? And I'll give you an example. And I don't want to harp on Stocker or Setterfield and that, but they seem to have improved, right, under the new coach or whatever.
I feel like they've got a set role and they're playing.
It's 100% about the set role. I agree 100%.
They've been told this, and this is what you're here for. You're either good at it or you're not.
Yep.
And if
And
you're
this is what
good
I
at
want you
it,
to
you're
do.
playing.
I want you just to do
Just
that.
do that.
Don't do nothing else. You just do that. And they're doing it. Who's improved?
Fisher did last year, but he's
Yeah.
impressed.
So he has.
Yeah, but I thought he fell
And he
away.
did.
But he fell away
He
towards
did
the
fall
end.
away at the end of the year.
Like the whole team did.
The whole team did.
There's a lot of, look, I think there's a lot of downhill skis in our club.
Fisher's gone backwards.
Hewitt,
Kennedy?
Kennedy? Fuck, what's Kennedy done?
I'm not going to judge Kennedy yet.
Because he was injured and that. What about Hewitt And he's kind of injured
Hewitt
too.
is gone. Yeah,
He's
I'll
gone
give you
MIA.
another one. Wiedering.
yeah, he's been shocking this year. Haven't liked him.
Even Lewis hasn't been the best.
Young hasn't been great. TDK has.
He's gone backwards. What about Durden and Motlop?
They haven't.
They haven't really kicked on
No.
yet. I mean, I know they're still.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to say it
we're gonna
again,
make
and we're going to
excuses for
hoodwink
them?
ourselves again because they're young. But it's not because they're young. It's just that I don't think they've taken the next step yet.
But why?
I don't. It's,
Honey hasn't improved.
Josh Honey hasn't improved.
fuck it,
I'll give
he
you
was
another
a
one.
ghost. In 2 games, being a
And
ghost.
this is what I believe. You know, you don't give someone a set role because I'm telling you, most football just give them a simple role.
Yep.
O'Brien last year, I think, improved dramatically because
How many games did he play? Play like 18 games or
Yeah,
something.
and
Out
he
of the
was-
18
he
games,
was given a
14 was
position
pretty good.
on the wing,
14 was
and
pretty
he
good.
got better. I'm not saying he was. Now this year, I think there's 2 players that have passed
his
it,
spot, yeah.
and that's fair enough, right? But what did they do to him? Right? They put him as an emergency sub, right? And then when they bring him on, forward line in the back.
Yeah,
I think that I think
it's madness.
It's madness,
They've
and I think
destroyed him.
now they've destroyed him. I think
and
he
mentally
he was
fucked.
Yes, I
He's
agree.
fucked.
He was slowly progressing, and I reckon they've wrecked him.
Right, they fucked him.
They've wrecked him.
Imagine him, right? Imagine him. I've played that well last year. He did play well last
know.
year. He played good football, yeah.
6 out of 10 year.
100%.
I'll give him a 7. You know, I'm pretty hard.
A
I'll
6
give
or
him a
7.
I'll give him a
and
7.
he was a 3
In
before
bad
that.
games, he was good last year, I thought,
I'll
right?
tell you.
So he comes into the team and you go, okay, now Ollie Hollands has taken my spot.
Yeah.
He's going to himself, fuck, what have I done wrong?
Yep.
So they obviously don't rate me anymore. So
Yep.
what's he going to think? I don't give a shit.
I'm telling
Put
you.
me as a sub. I'll just collect the paycheck and whatever. You're going to throw me anywhere.
All right. Now this is what a
I
coach
think he should be playing.
I think so too.
This is why I say, why isn't he playing instead of Ed Kerno? You know, O'Brien's going to give you something more, is he not?
I think he needs to.
Yeah, I know, but we need something on there.
Yeah,
like
on the
you
outside.
need something.
He'll give you more than
You
that at
can't
the
just
moment.
be one wood contest the
He'll
ball.
give you more than that.
Because the ball has to go outside.
And it's not his fault, but it's just
I
like
said to him, it's not his fault. It's the coaching's fault.
100%.
It's the coach's fault for putting him
100%.
in that predicament. Ed Kerno should not be. He should not be playing.
he's a warrior. He's a warrior. You tell
One
him to
game,
do- and he'll give
one
it all.
game. You give
Why?
those players one
When
game when
his
somebody
name
needs to
comes
come
Yeah, and
out.
I said he'll be perfect for the squad.
Why was his name at centre half forward?
I don't got no idea.
Why? I don't get why he's
Why
playing.
is Kennedy at bloody
Half back.
halfback?
He played on Butler.
What, bro? Butler destroyed him.
He played. Can people just pause, stop, drop whatever you've got in your hands, and put the volume up? Matthew Kennedy was playing on Dan Butler at given stages in that game across half back. Matthew Kennedy.
I was bemused. I
Get
laughed.
it.
I laughed when I saw him. I'm just like,
If Matt Kennedy is not playing in the
midfield.
midfield,
In the
or
heart.
as a midfield forward, don't play him.
No, 100%.
Don't play him.
That's not his role.
He's never been groomed as a halfback. He's never played
That's a last position I would put him on.
God, mate.
I'm seeing new things I've never seen.
can't, mate.
Hey, we're going back to the square pegs round hole thing again.
Yeah.
It's happening again, and it's happening slowly, and it's happening before people's eyes. But they're not opening their
I can't
fucking
believe
eyes.
it.
Everyone's
I can't
asleep.
believe it.
They're in a coma right
couldn't
now.
What are we getting?
Hoodwinked.
We're getting hoodwinked, man.
And it's not to say like everything's
I'd be checking the betting accounts of people.
yeah.
Matt Kennedy.
They've
at
laid him.
back.
They've laid him.
How much would that before the game or before last
I think his
week?
line was 21 and a half touches
If
this
so-
week.
so-
No, but what would you get for him playing in the back line?
Yeah, say before the year started, right?
Oh, Matt Kennedy to play
Yeah,
the back
yeah.
line.
100 to 1.
Oh.
Say if that. Say before the year started, the coaches came out before the year started and said to the supporter base,
Which
we're playing Matt Kennedy at half back. What do you think their reaction would be?
fucking irate.
Oh yeah. I'll be wanting to know the reasons why we will be playing him in the halfback line.
What? Oh, the fuck me.
I want to know what skill set does Matt Kennedy have
As a halfback
as a
flanker.
halfback,
Zero.
as a guy at halfback, or someone who they think that could negate a small forward? I've never seen it.
No,
I can't believe. Yeah.
It's
It
like
turns
a
like a
truck.
Titanic. And it's not to have. It's not his fault again. It's the
not his
coaching's
position.
fault. It's
Of course it
And
is.
you know what? Credit to him.
He stuck at it.
He stuck to his role.
Well, he had to, didn't he?
And look, a lot of those players will.
Yeah.
But
They will.
the
not
question
easy.
is, what is the area of the ground where we are absolutely horrendous at? The area on the ground that we have nothing there. Half forward.
What, half forward? Yeah, I'd play him at half forward.
Surely they play him at half forward.
Well,
if they're gonna
Well,
if
if anything,
Well, if
outside of
everyone
the
goes
middle,
back to the game where, he should
kicked
play
7
here.
goals.
Nah, he played against Gold Coast and he kicked 4
Four,
goals.
that's right, yeah.
Right? And he played, everyone's like, we should play him
Yeah.
there. Why don't you go play him at high half forward role? He can mark. Everyone says he
Got a
can
good set
mark.
shot.
He's got a good set shot.
no, we'll play him in the back.
I don't get it.
That bewildered me, and I don't. Why have we gone back to this just purely control the game by foot? I don't get it. We overpossess the ball way too much.
It's a shit. It's a shit.
All those, and this is how you
So
know, sometimes stats are bullcrap.
Yeah, you know what was funny? Last week, we didn't have the ball. And this week, completely,
We got the ball.
and just completely,
with it.
yeah. And there was a lot of this.
Yeah.
And then when it got to the half forward, that kind of wing, and it all breaks down there for Carlton every time. Because you know
100%.
where the ball's going.
100%.
If we're not coming
How
back
many-
this way, it's
They
going
are
long down the
trying to
line.
They're trying to play Arsenal, Man City, Barcelona football.
Yeah.
All in one.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Well, I guarantee that more Carlton players hits and kill the players on the
Oh,
chest
yeah. It
than
was
some
unreal.
Kilda
Players hits and kill the players.
How many times they come then, mate? It was like just an easy mate.
All right, let's address the entries inside 50
Oh.
and to the front half. Horrific.
But again,
do we know how to?
I've never seen a team in the first 5 to 6 rounds struggle outside of maybe the Geelong game.
It's a burden.
Struggle
I'm
to,
telling you.
But the problem is that we can't break down opposition systematically in the front half.
no.
We can't get it past the wing by foot.
Small forwards just not front and centre. They
never.
can't get back to the contest hard enough. You know what? The one that does the one that does my head in, right? And I tweeted this, is that when I see forwards, right, I want to see my forwards streaming out on the lead. Bang. That's what I want to see. Leading lanes open, decoy leads out wide, take your
Correct.
opponents away, lead up so
All
your
right.
big fellas
Can I just find the stat of how many times they led up to take a mark?
Charlie had maybe 2 or 3 in the game, and they were free kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many times did you see just the forward and namely the two
Harry
big ones
and Charlie.
run,
Stream out.
Not a lot.
Boom.
take a mark,
Not a
go
lot.
back and kick a goal, or try to kick
Doesn't
a goal?
happen.
It doesn't happen. How can it not happen?
And
That's the question.
I think it also stems from how quick they move the ball too, because then you got enough time for those defenders to flood back in front.
Yeah.
So where they're leading
But even
to,
if they do
I know, but then
do the U-turn.
yeah, correct.
Do the U-turn.
I don't think they have that either.
Have they got leading? Do they even?
You know who's
understand
the best?
leading
You know who
patterns?
the best forward is at this? You know who it is. That does a double jab or he does a U-turn every time. There's actually a couple of them, but Tom Hawkins, if you watch him play,
Hawkins.
obviously he's got 700 goals and got million flags and Kyle and whatever, but also Jack Rewalt does it,
Yeah.
and Tom Lynch does it. You
Premiership
see
player.
them, they go bang, always double back. And if the lead's gone, they don't go, fuck, you didn't
Yeah.
kick it to me. They go, all right, fuck it.
Let's
I'm
do it
going to
again.
take my opponent again and then go again.
Do it again.
And then get the space and then get the one on the list.
So for me, that forward line is just completely dysfunctional at the moment. It's
bad.
And
Probably the
Whose
worst
fault's
I've ever
that?
seen at Carlton.
It's a combination of
Players and
really.
coaching.
Now, the one thing too that I get frustrated at is when the ball comes in and you can see that the forward is attempting to potentially lead and find that space, but the kick ends up
Behind
to a
or
point where the
over.
forward has to stop, flat-footed, wrestle opponent, and you just... But
Harry does that.
but
It's
you
always
just
the
benefit
Harry
the
that way.
defender.
Yeah, I know.
You just
Correct.
benefit and it's not necessarily the forward's fault. It's the kick.
No, it's the
in,
kick.
Of course.
It's the setup. It's the leading lanes, and then that passage of play which we spoke about before, when
Silvani smothered.
hit up Harry. He turned, wheeled, went, nothing to go to.
No.
And a lot of that happens. When you watch opposition teams, they always got 1, 2 streaming
in,
out.
In
Of
that
course.
scenario, there are it's probably a twofold thing where Harry maybe went a bit too quick.
Yeah, but
But
they
in that
should.
moment,
Yeah,
when
but
you're
that's
on the break.
Yeah, but you
you've gotta go.
have to go.
You gotta
quick.
go.
How
You
do we not
can't
set up?
stop.
How do we
That's
not
what I
set
mean.
up?
How is there not somebody coming out of the back or on that wing and rolling in and going, all right, fuck, I'm getting on to it. Where's the small forward? I know that, but there was no one there.
Nah, but there was one player. I think it was Motlop or something.
Okay.
And all right, I know it was probably the smallest bloke.
Oh, no, it was Motlop.
Yeah.
No, it was. The kick was horrible. Yes.
So he could have actually given him a bit more of a chance. The kick was almost...
But it was a 2-on-1. It had to go right over the top.
But and that's what he did. He just went for distance, and it was giving Motlop like zero.
But the thing is, I don't mind that, but we don't do it enough.
No.
To create easy goals for yourself, it's always going to be hard. We're always kicking from the pocket. Hey, when do you ever see a forward kicking right in front of goal?
No, never.
Jack Silvani from a 50
And he misses.
Yeah, but that was a 50. I'm meaning like hit up lead. Like, our kicks are from here.
Yeah,
no wonder why they're fucking snapping it.
100%.
So
that's what I'm like.
something drastically needs to change in that forward line.
But what's gonna change?
What's his name? Ash Hansen.
Well, what's gonna change?
He's got to be asked some questions
But
here.
you can't change it in one. It doesn't happen in 5 days. It happens in pre-seasons.
We've had like 20, 29, 30 weeks to do this.
That's what I mean. So it's not going to change.
All of a sudden, and this is what I said last week. What do you think in a week we're just going to dramatically change
It's not
the
fucking
game plan?
a magician like Houdini. It doesn't just appear.
Me is just a simpleton from Reservoir, right?
Dead shit.
I'm dead shit. I'm just looking at the game, and it looks like because we won a lot of the ball at the start. But as soon as we win, it looks like we're confused. We don't know where to go. The next player doesn't know. How many times did Fisher? He gets the ball, right, and he kind of like props, and then he goes.
Oh God!
Like, I don't mind.
And then he misses the target anyway.
Look, I don't mind the faking. I like the fake because you got to fake out
But there's a
players.
difference
and that.
between faking and
stopping and
stopping and
I
not
agree.
knowing
I
where
agree.
to
I
go.
agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And the other thing is, when they switch, like there was a couple of times they switched, and the switch wasn't bad, but then the ball went behind the player. You
when
had to
they
go
kick it,
back
yeah.
to get it.
Yeah.
By the time he takes two steps to get the ball, instead of, you've said this before, if you're going to miss in front, right? St Kilda's already covered the line.
Exactly.
You know, you can't.
And they're the little things that you have to be the best at, because that's what wins you the games.
The best teams do the basic things right ruthlessly and all the time.
9 to 10.
But that's
times.
what St Kilda did.
Yeah,
that's
they
what
were
St Kilda
efficient
did.
by foot, mate. How many fucking the kick-ins, bro? And the way that they get the ball out, teams get the ball out when we go inside 50. It's two handballs. Get it from the stoppage.
Yep.
They get it out, handball out. There's a kick always on out of our D50, and then they got the next kick, and I'm like, how it comes out that quick?
Well, it's about your players
setting up and working hard,
but not only that, in unison, knowing exactly what's happening. So I noticed when Carlton go for the kick out,
mate, it's the
they're
worst.
just sitting there and they weigh, and that where you get like the goal umpires doing the flags, and St Kilda's gone bang. They already know, and there's the next play. How many times did they just go bang, 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 and they were in the forward line? We prop, we wait by the time, and then, we're going to go over there. They're almost pointing to where they're going to kick it.
And it comes again to decoy runs. It creates space for each other to open up the middle lanes.
A lot of selfish players in that team.
Yeah.
A lot of selfish players in that
All right, so there is some selfish players.
Yep.
Is this because of the shit game plan, right? Is this because now players are starting not to work together as a team, but only thinking about themselves now? Because at the end of the day, it's a selfish game.
Yep.
It can become a selfish game because you worry about your own position, right? The day that changes is the day that players, right, don't become selfish and think of team and aren't worried about, am I going to get dropped and that. You just do what the team thing is. And it seems like they're not doing that.
You should always be worried if you're going to get dropped or not.
No, don't get me wrong. And it should be that too. And I think there's a couple of players who have no fear of they're not going to get dropped.
And that's what I think too.
Yeah.
And it was evident from last week.
Yeah.
And you knew that they were going to keep that same team from last week to this week, bar a few things because of injuries or whatever. I mean, that's easy.
And that's how you know that they're
not ruthless enough.
No.
And what did he say? What did he say? I think it was one of the first couple of press conferences. We're going to play players on form.
Remember
Did
that?
he not say that?
Did he say? Was he the one that we're going to give him the block?
4-week block,
We're gonna give a
and we're going to
4-week
play
block.
people on form. There are some people down in the 2s that are screaming and they're knocking on death's door.
And 100%. And I know there's some that are much maligned.
Yes.
Right? But I'm telling you, if you're asking them to do something and they keep doing it, you know what's going to happen? I spoke to a couple of past players about this. If you do that to the reserves players, they get disheartened.
Of course they do.
Yeah, of course, I would too.
So,
Okay, mate, I'm doing everything you've asked me to, and you're still letting someone like Fisher, right,
Run
get a
around
game,
like a headless shit.
right?
And you know what? Those 22 touches,
Nah, they're
the least
done.
no
impactful
influence.
touches.
But
And that's
they're all
how
like
they-
that. They're
A
all
lot
like
of
that.
players are like that, yeah. Or towards the end, like that second half, it would just turn. Even in the first half, but that second half was complete fade out again. It's bad.
They shit.
I thought one player was really good on the day. I thought he's worked into the season quite well. He's Pitane.
Yeah,
he was
he was good.
I liked
He was
his-
it.
That's
Actually,
a tough matchup, Rod Marshall.
Correct. He's really good. A young good ruckman.
Good ruckman.
That's a young good ruckman
Yeah.
becoming very good, and that's what TDK should be looking at. Obviously, he's got his own attributes, but
yeah.
I thought Pitane battled on really
I thought
well.
he was good, and I
I
thought-
think he had like 18 hit outs to advantage or something, the
100%.
most ever.
And in that
or one of
first-
the like since Darcy or something.
Mate, in that first half,
no
it-
shock that our
Midfield had
actually
first
kind of-
use, yeah.
yeah.
and got a bit of the ball because he was there.
I
Chris
thought he was.
looked
I thought he was really good on the day.
But then, tell me another thing.
Fucking
Did Voss get outcoached in the second half?
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
comprehensively.
Again, he got outcoached last week. He got outcoached again. I've never seen him do any sort of move like the move.
No,
that,
you did, Kennedy.
Well, I'm talking during the game.
Oh yeah,
You know what? What did
I'll
Lions
tell you
do?
where we lost the game at selection
yeah.
Yeah,
because there were no shockwaves sent through the playing
Like
camp.
oh shit, I'm gonna
There
lose
were
my spot.
no. And when because a couple of weeks ago, remember when we played Geelong and the team selection came out, right? And everybody was like, the team selection, how's this bloke playing out?
Before it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I'm like, I like this.
yeah.
He's done a few things. I'm like, no, I don't mind this. I reckon he's done it. And everyone was up in arms about it.
Yep.
And then I said, I go, this reeks of, he's going to get this right.
Yep.
The this weekend,
Completely wrong.
how can you not drop anyone based on form after that Adelaide game? How?
10 goals,
Not one player was properly. I did not.
not dropped,
Omitted.
omitted.
Omitted. Gone. You're out. No good.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No good.
No, it's not.
There's
I don't
nothing
get
wrong with
it.
that.
No good.
Well, I think we're just scared.
Omitted.
Scared at selection,
The only-
scared football team, scared board. Everything's scared.
The only person they put out was DeConey.
Yeah, but that
Managed.
Oh,
Apparently he had the flu or something, or he had a corky or something. I don't know.
All right.
So
So,
he would've
let's say
played.
that's true. So no one got dropped.
no,
No
no
one
one got dropped. Plowman. But he came in and now kicked the sausage
doesn't
on the
count.
weekend.
That doesn't
Kicked the
count.
sausage on the
Plowman
weekend.
doesn't count.
No,
Nah,
but doesn't count, and he's a scapegoat anyway. Like, ooh, whatever. Everyone's.
they always
Mate,
pick the easy
it's
players. Always the easy one. It's everyone knows who's going to get dropped.
You've got. To
You should.
make
We should have known that who's
coach.
going to get dropped. But we would have known from that game last
What
week.
you've got to do is, and this is what that some of the best coaches in the world have done this. Arteta did it with America Aubameyang, who was Arsenal's top striker, won FA Cups. He just walked in there as a new coach, new manager, and said, "Mate, your attitude stinks.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're late. Your standards are not good enough."
No,
Bye-bye.
he gave him one chance, and then he broke that chance. He broke the promise. See you later.
Done.
Never again.
Gone. He didn't
Never
play
again.
ever again. He benched him for fucking like 9
Iced
games.
him out of the squad, and then look, I know Man United, but Ten Hag did the same thing with Ronaldo.
Yes.
See you later,
Yep,
man.
100%.
If you want to be arrogant, you want to be selfish, you don't want to involve your
A lot of those
teammates.
players.
Gone.
I think we got a bit of that now.
Oh,
going on.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We've
And
got
people
blokes
don't-
in there. And the epitome of it is, and I love him, but Harry Mackay.
Harry
His
Mackay.
attitude stunk on the weekend.
Bad.
His attitude has stunk pretty much all year.
Yeah.
I don't like it, and it might not be him. It might not be him purposefully doing it.
Nah,
right?
it's just how he is.
It just and it was epitomised by that snap, that set shot. He had no composure.
He's done it twice,
Didn't
2
go
weeks in
through
a
a
row.
routine.
He's done the same snap, same
It's just
result.
lazy.
That is very, very lazy, man.
It's like
That's very lazy.
And you watch a person who's the best forward in the comp, maybe top 2 player in the competition right now. You go watch him, Jeremy Cameron, and you watch him every time. Never rushes it, just goes back He goes, okay, this is what I got to do, and he snaps them from 40
It's the same routine every time.
Snaps him.
every time,
straight,
and he knows.
whatever.
Squeeze the ball.
But the
Yeah, he's got the squeeze of the ball.
bro, he does it at half back when he marks it.
Yeah.
Watch him.
Yeah.
When he marks it at half back, he gets the ball squeezed
Routine.
the outside. It's a routine for him. It's implanted in his head.
Because when you do that routine, you know who used to do that routine in cricket, right? Was Matthew Hayden. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to, before every ball, he reckons he used to sit there and he used to count all the players on the ground,
See
and
where
then
they are,
set
and then
himself
go.
up.
Yeah.
Like he used to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that used to be his routine to get into the zone and do it. Right? You need to do that.
And you watch basketball players before they have a free throw. So Kevin Durant's the best one. He's got the best. So he gets the ball, bounce, and then he spins it, gives a little shimmy, and then he just pops it in every time. 92% free
tennis?
throw shooter.
Who's the best for that? Nadal.
Nadal.
Dunk, dunk,
Dunk,
dunk, dunk,
yeah.
dunk, dunk.
Steve
Ace.
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, he does the same.
Djokovic, when the pressure's on, you got to watch him. Watch his serve. When the pressure's on and he knows he needs to slow down the game, he bounces an extra like 10 times.
Yeah.
So he count the bounces. When it's going quick, he'll quicken the game up via serve. But when he needs to slow it down, he'll bounce it more. So all the best players have a routine.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't get why obviously they've got routines,
right, so
but
this is-
I think they're lazy.
But they're lazy. But then this
Mentally.
this comes
Not
down
as
to-
a player, not physically,
No, no,
mentally.
no.
It's
Of
mentally.
course.
And
Now-
we've always said this.
This comes down to the coaches. Sorry. Because your job as a coach is not only to coach a team, but it's to prepare these players. And if you're seeing that your player, like if you're seeing, like if I was one of the coaches there, I'd be going to Harry Mackay. I'd be going, mate, when you get there, man, you slow down.
Yeah.
You listen to me. You fucking slow down, right? I don't care what kick you do. You slow it down and you make sure you execute it, right? And he does it. So which coach is sitting there? And another thing, tell me what leader on the ground is going up to Mackay and going, mate, what are you doing?
Slow down. None of them.
What are you doing, mate?
None of them.
Tell me
They're
another
scared
thing.
to do it.
Fisher's best mates with Cribs.
Mate,
Have you ever seen him go up to him and go, mate,
pull his head in.
fucking pull your head in, mate?
Give me something.
That's what a good mate does.
And that's the thing, though.
They're too
it's-
nice with each other.
they're all nice. It's all the mates club down there
Yeah.
now. It's not elite mentality.
No.
It's not about having a go at somebody. It's about grabbing your mate and go, oi. It's like me. If I was to go out with somebody, like go out with Paul, and we're going out, and he looks like absolute shit, I go, fix yourself up, go back, get dressed properly, and then we go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just looking out for your mate.
100%.
If you can be a mate,
100%.
don't fuck. I hope
Because
they're all
you're
mates.
honest, it doesn't mean that-
I'd rather you be honest, and there's a way you can be
If your
honest.
breath stinks,
Yeah, I want
I'd rather
you to tell me.
than like I go out and make a fool of myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, I think they, and I think there's some of those coaches are scared of telling the players.
100%.
Oh, that's what I feel
The
like.
only is that apparently they've never copped a bollocking. Why?
I don't know.
Bored down. That's why. Bored down.
I spoke to another, again, old place, but I don't know. Like I listened to him, and they say things that make me think. He said that when he was playing, he would have the coach come up to him after the game and go, "You were a weak prick today, mate. You better pull your head in." And he would turn around and go, "Fuck, I let my team down." Right?
Yeah.
Now you do that, and the bloke goes and hides in the corner because he can't handle it. What's wrong with being honest with the player? And remember, we've talked at the Harms and all that. They used to have those Sunday sessions, and they used to be brutally honest with each other.
Yeah.
But that's what the best teams do.
But do you think they're doing that now?
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
There's
I don't know. We're not in the club.
I know.
But
I feel that the accountability within the club is not at a standard that it
high.
needs to be to win a flag.
Nah.
That's
way.
the problem. And look,
Yeah, but the mentality was there last year.
It was.
Look at the end of the
It
season.
was.
We just want to make the finals. It wasn't. Oh, we
didn't
want to
say that.
Oh, yeah. Well, but that's what was portrayed.
But you know,
And
the
that's
other-
what it was portrayed from the club. Is like, oh, we've got 4 games left. It's like all the supporters felt like we had to win one more game.
And that's
Why
what-
can't you win all 4?
That's what used to shimmy. That when I hear that,
Why do you have
we
to
just
win
need us
one?
to win one more game. No.
Why can't you finish number one? Why can't you finish the number one? Why not?
And the other thing
I
this
don't
week with
get it.
supporters, I've been reading stuff like, oh, we played good for a half.
Yeah, but it's 50%.
That was, what was the other one? It was, remember when I lost it over quarters one?
No.
Oh.
You know how many quarters we won on the weekend?
I think it was two. I
First
think we won
We lost
two.
by 20
20.
points.
Yeah. We won two. We won the first one by like 2 points,
Have you
and
ever
the
seen,
last
and
one
I actually
maybe.
saw this tweet actually from Harrison Hymans, he's got his own Carlton podcast.
Fuck me.
Said that, have you ever seen a team like control the ball as much as we did but have no control over the game?
Yeah, us.
Yeah. No, I've never seen
Nah.
that.
We had 446
It's a
disposals
record, I think.
and had
One,
less
influence.
inside 50s.
Yes.
But how does that even work?
Overuse.
I know that, but like you just think of that.
And you know what was even more...
Happens a lot in soccer
I'll
too.
tell you what was even more embarrassing about this game. And see, you can see, like, the vibe in the room now is not... Are you angry?
No, I expect it. I
Are
expect
you,
that.
like, furious
Nah.
to the point where it's...
Nah, not anymore.
Right, so, and the most embarrassing thing out of that game, for me, is that Ross Lyon in the press conference said, oh, we just pulled the reins
Pulled the
in.
reins,
We
yeah.
could have gone a little bit, we could have gone out,
I
but
know.
we just pulled the reins in and iced the game.
Yeah.
But how many coaches did that last year? Ken Hinkley did that. Remember when we're
Under Teague.
Yeah, under Teague. But it doesn't matter. It just keeps going.
So
it's over.
the
Do they
problem
fear us?
there is that you're in. So you get to within 15 points in the last quarter. You kick the first goal
I know.
in the
It was like
In
the
the
first
first minute.
minute.
the game against Adelaide. You kick the first 2 goals of the last quarter. It's within 4 goals. What happens after that?
We fall away.
Told you. When
Fall away.
I don't think that the belief in this group is there. It is to a certain point when they have things on their terms. They're like, oh,
It's only when things are going
This
well.
is good, let's keep going.
But they don't want to put in the hard yards when
In
things are
that
going.
third quarter, when it kind of started going against them a little bit, got to 2 goals, 3 goals,
You felt it.
and this is what Pommy was saying, is that, and this is where the mail was saying that you just put them under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, they're
you
fresh.
ask them that question,
they wilt.
they just will.
Yep.
They're like a lettuce on
And you
the
saw
barbecue.
It, you saw it yesterday.
They
It was
wilt.
plain as day.
Yep.
Yesterday, head to head,
Balance, in the
heads
balance,
unison
in the
at-
balance.
up to half time. Games in the balance. Who's
Still
gonna make
400
the move?
metres, about 200 metres to go.
The first question of that game was asked by St Kilda.
Yep.
What do you got, boys?
Yep.
We've
Fucking
just kicked
nothing.
3 goals ahead. What do you got?
Nothing.
No, nothing, man.
What do we have?
Nothing. Zero.
No response.
No response.
And what happened? The pressure started to go up because St Kilda got ahead. These goals need to count. These goals need to count. These
Correct.
goals need to count. What happened with all those set shots?
All missed.
They all missed.
All missed. And what do I keep saying about you being in those moments continuously and failing? In all probability, the
You're gonna
same
fail
thing is
again.
likely
Of course.
to
You're gonna
occur.
fail
This
again.
is why I get frustrated
Yeah.
at the coaches. They're paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to get this thing right, and all they continually say is, "Oh, the more we're in these moments,
Yeah.
the better we'll be." For
Wrong.
you." No.
Wrong.
And you know what? The players are saying that too now.
They've hoodwinked
The players are
themselves.
saying that.
And there's got to be a point
Because
where,
they've been told
but
that
there's
now.
got to be a point where these guys have got to be moved on because
Yeah.
they're just
They
they're
have
just
to.
so
They're mentally weak.
fractured.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're fucked.
And you know what's funny? The only bloke who's gone out there, who's a little bit wet behind the ears,
Chincotta.
him
Yeah,
and the
and
other Hollands,
Hollands.
they don't care.
They don't care.
Because they're not losers. They're not at that point where they're losers.
Not yet, yeah.
You know.
Not yet.
Yeah, but not.
Why? Why?
I don't want to
It's-
say that. I don't want to say that.
Not
because
yet.
It shouldn't be
Well,
that.
if they keep.
But they are losers because you lose as a team.
No, but what I'm
yeah,
saying
I
is, if
understand
they
what he's
keep
saying.
being in this system, they will end up the same.
Correct.
They will end up. If something doesn't change, they will end
They
up the
need
same.
Master Yoda, mate. I swear, this is might sound so stupid, but I was watching Star Wars during the week.
Yeah.
How stupid this is, mate. He's right. Do or do not.
No.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
right.
try.
Yeah, there's no try. Exactly
No
right.
try. And he even said, he goes, the reason you fail is because you don't believe.
And you know,
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he said that's why you fail.
That's right.
you know what was
That's
why
right.
you
It's
fail.
simple. I know it sounds like we give all these motivational, but it's
Analogies,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so simple. If you don't believe, how can you
And that's
succeed?
my fear after the last 2 weeks.
and you know,
I think
That's
they've
my fear.
lost their belief.
I
now.
was watching a team on Friday night. It was Friday, I think it was Friday. Or Saturday, Geelong.
Yep, Saturday night. I think it was.
Now when
What a
they got
team.
got to 30, 40 points up, did they stop?
No.
They just did the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Just repetition.
They
Yeah.
They
brutalised.
killed them. That fucking was 100 points. It
murder on
happened
football
like
field.
that.
Yeah.
I was looking, I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I backed him, like I said to him, I backed him in
Do
the
they do
week.
anything
no, I
amazing,
backed
though?
them.
No, it's just, but
Simple
and
things.
people go, yeah, but it's slow. But it's not. It's the way everything's set up. It's methodical. They've got the habits. The habits are ingrained.
They know
Everything's
exactly.
meaningful.
Yeah, correct. They move with precision. Correct. It's just I don't.
Precision, and they know exactly. They know exactly. Like every player knows exactly what's about to happen.
Correct.
And that's what
They
you
know
need.
where to be.
You need that. You need predictability.
And you watch it. I watch the crowd. They weren't even celebrating.
Nah.
They expect it. This is what they expect.
The only time the crowd got upset is when they didn't get to 100.
Yeah.
When they kicked the point. Oh, you prick, you fucked it
And
up.
I was watching Chris Scott in the thing, and they were like 20, 30 points up. But it's like he knew. He was just sitting there like this. He was just watching the game like that. Because they're putting into practice his vision, and they've got it down pat to a T. And
That's another thing I wanted to. You just mentioned vision there. What is the vision of this football club at the moment? We saw this 5-year plan, which I was like, okay.
The 5-year plan, they can jam up their ass.
What is the? I want to know as a club, what do we stand for? What's our identity? You know, is it to?
We've lost.
By the way we play.
You know what I don't like?
By the way we
Do
play.
You know what I also don't like? I dislike when coaches say, oh, we can't dominate all the time.
Right.
You're not going to dominate every. You're not going to dominate every.
You can.
Why?
You can.
You can.
There's
You
some
might
games
not
you might not,
dominate,
but you can.
but you
I'm
can.
saying the goal should be, no, we want to go
Dominate.
out there and dominate
Dominate
teams.
Every
all
single
game.
time.
All game.
I want to win every single possession.
All game.
Every single contest.
You know.
I want to kick every goal.
Do
You
know
want to
what I
hit
mean?
every target. Yeah.
And that's what, and I know Arsenal have won nothing yet, but it's no surprise that what Arteta's done with Arsenal from one season to the next.
And this
Just
is,
it's
said-
a progression.
He goes, our vision as a team on the field is to dominate the
Yeah.
opposition.
it has to be.
That's our
Has to be.
theme.
And it has to be
And
that
you can see
killer
it. It's every
instinct.
game, and it's the same thing every game.
100%.
You just need the players to do it for long enough, and we don't do it for long enough.
Listen, and this is why I think...
And maybe that, I don't know, if the players we have don't suit his game style, or his game style isn't what...
No, it's the
it
game,
just
the game
doesn't
style
work.
suit the players.
That's-
what,
yeah.
what he's implemented
It just
this
doesn't
year
work.
to date,
It doesn't work.
what we saw in that St Kilda game, it doesn't
work.
Because Pommy said it too. He goes, you're asking these guys, our midfielders and these guys who can't hit that 20 metre to 25 metre kick in between players. They can't do it.
They can't.
They can't do it.
They fail.
And I said this last week with Bucky and that. I said, whatever game plan he's got, right? Whatever this imaginary game plan he's got...
Everyone's got a vision.
Has he got the players to do that?
The cattle isn't good enough.
We're
It
at
isn't.
our best when we overlap handball.
Correct.
We're
Because
running
Do
the
we
ball.
do we do that often enough? No, we don't do it.
I haven't seen it.
Well, we did it in the first half. We did it a few times. There was a bit
I mean,
of
we
overlap.
tried.
How right
We
was
tried.
it? We busted our ass for that 2 point.
Oh, yeah, mate.
And that's the other
Oh,
thing.
God, we bust
That's
our
the
ass
other
with
thing.
goals.
Because the tactics and the way that they're implementing this style
doesn't.
it just
They don't marry up.
the efficiency that is not there, and you have to make that up some way, and that has to be by a ridiculous work rate.
Yeah, but-
And people it's just a myth. People go, oh, they're not fit.
Nah, they're fit,
Come
mate.
on,
They're elite
man.
athletes.
They are fit.
They're fit, man.
if they're not fit, just sack.
They have to
sack
run out
everyone.
minimum 15k a game.
are fit.
14,
100%.
15k.
It's how you manage the loads
correct.
Of course,
through the game.
of course,
You know,
of course.
so
It's just facts.
I don't know. I was really confident at the start through those first 3 games because we weren't at our best.
And we're winning,
And
like you're saying, in a
that's what
different
the
way.
That's
You
what
know,
the best teams do.
I know.
That's what the best teams do. They don't have that. No team in the AFL goes from round 1 to 23,
Unbeaten.
24.
Impossible.
Like,
Nah, not 100%,
Completely
nah.
played their way every single game.
No.
You have an idea of like, okay, well, this is how we.
Sometimes
this is how we're going to win games.
doesn't go your way.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I was really excited. Because I thought, okay, we'll get our midfield mix back.
Yes.
And that's when we'll start.
And I
to
think
go.
we were all saying that Walsh has got to come back. Kennedy's Hewitt got injured. He's got to come back. You're thinking, oh, you get that midfield. Yeah, it
So-
should work.
I mean, look.
They can't kick, mate. I'm telling
Nah,
you, they can't kick.
they're
It's called the
disposable.
Australian Football League for a reason.
I'm telling you, their disposal
Not
is
AHL handball
below
league.
par.
They can't use it by
You
foot.
can't. It's 100%.
I told you the ball travels quicker than a person can run.
So out of all the, and Bucky mentioned this last week, out of all the players in that team,
Who do you trust with ball in hand? I don't know.
Sard.
Yeah,
maybe.
But he runs the wrong way sometimes. Sard, maybe McGovern, yeah.
McGovern,
Charlie.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Charlie, fuck. I saw some kicks that he tried on the weekend.
Yeah,
God.
but normally, Charlie, I mean...
What, out in front of goal or passing it?
I
His
think,
field kicking's pretty.
I think his field kicking is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
compete...
He's hit a few targets.
Fuck.
Well, I'm just trying... We're trying to find people.
I trust
Not
Gerald
many.
ball in hand.
No.
Fuck, even he fucks it. But no, he
No,
wouldn't...
Charlie-
Yeah.
He's been better. He's been
Past
better.
2 weeks.
Yeah, he's been better.
Outside of that,
No, you can't trust
don't
Cripper.
trust Doherty, Crippers. Ugh.
How can
Kennedy,
you...
I like ball in hand. I
Yeah.
like Kennedy.
So you're
Well,
telling
Walsh is a
me,
bit-
what, not
he gets
even
the ball.
30% of your players you don't trust
100%.
with,
Which
with
is
the
really
foot?
worrying.
That's bad.
That's bad.
You want at least 70%.
So what do they need to do?
All of them.
They need to become more. I think they need to
Handball.
become a bit more handball centric, which in turn
You need run and
keeps the
carry.
ball on the fly, keeps you moving, keeps and that
Energy.
Maybe that might be the way.
But have we
to
got the
keep-
runners and that for that?
Well, we do. That's why we brought in... That's why we brought in fucking Akers, and you got Hollands that can run. Chincotti. You got Sard.
And I also think that in turn might also be a way to keep your team engaged. Because when the ball's live and it's you have to be engaged.
Yeah, you got to be on the move. You got to
Yeah,
be wanting.
100%.
You got to be wanting it.
But this is one thing we aren't. We're definitely a lot of time we are flat-footed.
We're static.
Right.
They just like statues.
I find it funny, and when we need to move the ball quick, we're slow.
Yeah.
When we need to go slow, we're quick. Like it just
That last
you know,
quarter, yeah, that
which is
was
frustrating.
ridiculous.
And as I said, for me, the way Ross knew that he looked at that team and he does have respect for it because he did say, "Guys, mate, they've got some really dangerous players." Like,
Yeah, but he
really-
knows that if we stop those players,
but
it's done.
Not necessarily stop the players, but the way he
Set 'em up. It's where they win the
the way
ball.
he described that last quarter, I found a bit embarrassing.
It was like
on our behalf.
a kid and
Was
the
that
teacher.
no respect for the coach
Nah.
then?
Not just no respect, but it's almost like a professional disdain. Is that like
You're not good
I
enough.
know that
What you're going to
Yeah.
do.
what I'm going to implement is better than what you're
Yeah.
implementing.
And what, you're going to do that? Is that what you're going to
Yeah,
do?
basically, yeah. It was almost like
What
we
would,
had you where we wanted.
what
you.
would he have thought, right? What would he have thought when he saw Matt Kennedy on Butler? What would he have thought?
he would-
I would have
With
I'd
no
love
foot
to.
speed,
I'd love to. I just love to. No, but would he like in his brain go, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what I would do. I go, okay, just get out the back and we're on the
They're
bike.
missing some pretty decent players. Jones wasn't in.
Well, they've missed
King
it.
wasn't in.
They've
They've
missed
been
it.
missing players all year, really.
Jones, King, Billings.
And
those
all we
blokes
do
always
is make
got-
excuses about players that
And that's what I said. That's what I say. You know, these players coming in. What difference is
So-
going to make?
All right, I'm going to ask you another question now,
Yep.
and this is going to be a bit controversial.
Yep.
The two big forwards,
Yep.
you reckon that's detrimental to our side in a way? You think
because
about
It's
Two.
detrimental because of how we
Play.
play.
right?
'Cause all we do is bomb
because while they're there, that's all we can see, right?
Yep.
When we should be going into the forward line, right, looking for the best option.
Correct.
Not looking
For those
just for
two,
them.
yeah.
And
It's
unfortunately,
like when we had Favola without the three little amigos.
Too conscious.
right.
Correct.
So we should be
That's
going
right,
in,
yeah.
and again, I spoke to this same player, and the interview will come out in a couple of weeks. This one of the great small brigade of our teams in the past, and he said when they used to play, they were never asked to look for one or two particular players. They were asked to look
Best
for the
option.
best option.
Well, that's what the best teams do.
Right. So I think them two there is almost a curse at the moment because we haven't got a game plan for these two.
Yeah, that's
to
what I was
work
about
on.
to say. It's also the coaching.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if we
And
had the
patterns.
right game plan, because you look
You
at
need
Geelong.
you need the right
Look at
patterns.
Geelong.
Yeah.
They got the two big forwards
And
there.
also the issue is that as the pressure comes on,
But we're
what's
up
your pressure tendency moving the ball forward?
towards
Oh
them.
God, we've got to
Yeah.
score.
We're just going to bomb it and get the
But
get
But
out.
that's what I'm saying.
The
if
get
they-
out mark every
all right,
time.
but if
That's all it
they
is.
weren't there, right, would then we have to look at other options?
We have to, of course.
So maybe Like, I'm not saying why we. I don't know. I don't know what to do with him. Like, Harry. Like,
But it's all about leading patterns and that, man. You gotta open up the ground. How many times can you say the same thing? Even Jack. I call him Jack. Sorry. Lead, move away.
The frustrating thing is that
because he's supposed to be the third option, and half the time he's there.
He's there going with the same ball.
If Charlie's getting three. If Charlie's kicking 3, having 15 touches, Harry's taking 14 marks, having 17 disposals. How are we not winning that game?
I don't know.
But where are those 15 marks? Where are those?
I like Harry going up the
Me
ground.
too.
I think so too.
They got to do that. You got to do that.
What else can we do with him? Like, I know you're saying, oh, you got to be too big for, but what else? How can we utilise
The
him?
problem is that what happens, and actually,
when he gets the ball.
David King actually mentioned this, and he's actually quite right. Is that the problem is that with Harry, when he moves up the ground, his defender just drops off.
Correct. Then he rolls back onto Charlie or in front.
Or whoever,
yeah.
And so it's that next ball into the forward line that fucks us up.
It's how quick you
So
move
what do
the
you
ball.
do?
All right.
Someone has to sacrifice their role.
100%.
Someone has to sacrifice being the star up there.
Well, I think Harry has done that this year.
In a way.
Roughhead did that with Hawthorn.
Hawthorn, but he let Buddy patrol.
Yeah.
You know what I don't see either? I know now it's because of game systems and whatever you want a game plan. But do we ever have somebody just float him out the back a little bit more? I know you want to keep but try something different.
1, 2, 3.
But try something different. Hang a forward back and then go. If we get the ball and his player doesn't want to go with Charlie or Durden, or we'll say Charlie, right?
Gamble.
High risk, high reward. Fuck it.
Yeah, gamble.
Why not? Why not change it? Why do we have to play the same as everyone else?
I feel we've been very safe with our selection.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Really safe.
I'd like to see that. Like, not Bacon's paddock, but it's kind of like
I know what you mean, I know
Come
what you
up
mean.
with something new, man.
hang him a little bit back towards the goal a little bit more.
The other thing is, our small forwards, they're shit house. I don't care what anyone says.
They're terrible.
They're not shit players.
They're terrible this year.
They're just positioning wise.
They've been, but not only front and centre.
Fucking hold his hand. Hold Mackay's hand or Charlie's hand.
But not only that, right? If you notice, a lot of times when they do sit there, they're flat-footed.
Yeah, they're not on the move.
So what happens is they're flat-footed, right? They get the ball, they either get tackled, they don't know what's going on. Durden kicked one goal, and what did he do?
He flew through it.
At pace.
Yeah.
Now, again, the same player told me this, and it made sense to me. I said, can you teach these players? Can they be taught this? And he goes, they can. He goes, but what it is, the way we used to work was we used to sit off the pack.
Yeah. You give 5 metres and hit it hard.
And we used to hit it hard,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And as the ball's coming down, that's when you could either go left or right because you see where the ball is going and you would hit it at pace. He goes 15, if there would be like 10 or 15 times, the ball wouldn't come to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one time...
Repeat efforts.
Right. But he goes, I noticed that they're flat-footed.
They're waiting for it
They're
to
waiting
come
and they're not in the right spot. You can't do that. You've got to be hitting. And if you notice, it's the Kilda players do that.
Well, they were queuing up for handball.
Yeah,
100%.
Fucking hell.
They were queuing up for handball.
Not one player, 2, 3. I'm like,
But again, now, is this again like, is this like coaching?
Yeah, so
That's
I
coaching.
would look at it and say, I would go back to it and say, okay, as a small forward and as a set of small forwards, you look back and say, okay, well, in order for me to time my run right and get front and centre at the contest, how am I going to do that? I need to know where the ball is going to land
Yep.
with the guy kicking it,
Yep.
and I need to know where my forward is going to be, and that's all sync and chemistry.
Of course.
That's all together. Is that okay?
Of course.
I know. All right, this is the cue. We're going long.
Yep.
Bang.
100%.
I know where to be. I know where the ball is going, and I need
I'm
to
gonna
be in
hit
this
it.
position.
I'm
I
gonna
need
hit
to
it like
hit
this.
the contest from that angle. I need to hit it from that angle. Maybe I need to be out the back. I know if I'm Jesse Motlop, I know I need to be out the back because I know Corey Durden's going to rove around the front.
Yeah.
Maybe
to
they
the side.
teach this stuff, or maybe they
No,
don't.
of course they teach it.
They
It's
have
just
to
doing
teach
it
it.
So
in
it's
game.
mentally
Maybe sometimes a big
applying
forward,
yourself.
sometimes a big forward doesn't have to try to mark it, and he can actually tap it
Bring it
down,
around.
bring it to ground.
see
You
it a
know
lot.
that he's there. Give him the opportunity. You know what I mean?
You don't see a lot of tap-ons from us,
Nah.
either.
No, we don't like to
because we
move
don't
that.
have that player running out
We
the
don't
back
move
too.
that ball on
And
quickly.
it's no shock that, and he is our best pressure forward, Matthew Owens.
Matthew
He's come out
Owens.
the team, and we've really struggled in that department. You know.
Yeah.
So it's pretty frustrating. But what do you do? What do you do? You've just got to. And look,
I reckon.
I think as a supporter base, right? I love that we get angry and upset.
Of
because
course,
we should, right?
We're passionate,
But the thing is that the most constructive thing to do is to try to come up with a solution to it all.
Of course,
And that's what you've got to do. Is that whether it's a complete surgery, like.
But do we have to come up with this fucking solution?
Well, someone has to do it.
Well, they're going to come up with the solution.
I know.
I don't think we've got the right leaders there to actually.
On field, I worry.
I don't think the players are good enough. I don't think everything.
Everywhere.
And people coming for Voss and all this stuff. And okay, fair enough. Because
But he has to take it. He has
Of
to.
course, but for me, it's not. It's the Carlton Football Club that I'm
100%.
worried about. Everything.
100%. All of
Because the
this.
decision to implement him comes from someone else.
100%.
The decision to implement him and the list manager comes from somewhere else, and then they implement.
Then the
players.
assistant coaches, like that came from somewhere too.
It's
Top down.
the whole thing, and it's not like the board can't kick the ball.
Nah.
No.
They can't kick the ball.
No.
But
They set
ultimately,
everything up.
They have to hold the standard, right? And everything, and everything trickles down, right? And that's how all businesses are. That's how all organisations are. The problem for me is that what football acumen do we have in executive management? Who's our head of football at the moment? Brad Lloyd. Survived 2
How
years.
did he even
How?
survive?
And what was the? You know what a good friend of mine said, who's very, very tight with a few close people. You know who it is. You know who it is. Powerful person. Well, type of powerful person.
Oh yeah. All right.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, said to me, the players like Lloydie. Mate.
I don't care if a player likes you.
I don't give a fuck if they don't like. If the players like him. I hope he's a CUNT.
Yeah.
That's why they're all safe because they like him.
That's right.
And that's why he's safe.
Bustin' Walker, right? He's a manager of the football department, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Do you care if the players like him?
No.
Nah.
Mate, if I'm making the decision for the head of football, right? Our football has been poor, the standards have been poor, culturally we're poor. Who's been our head of football for the last couple of years? This bloke. Why are we letting him get away with it?
100%. Why is he getting
Get
away?
someone new in. Right?
And why isn't the question being asked about him?
But we said this at the start.
I know.
Why wasn't that role replaced?
Another one.
Well, he was the one
Strength of high performance.
Stop.
The head of high performance in strength and conditioning, Andrew Russell. Again, that's
Why
another
isn't
question
it?
we've got to ask.
Yeah.
Mate, this club's got more strains than the Wuhan lab.
100.
There's more strains in the Wuhan lab.
100%.
I'm telling you, mate. It's
fuck.
ridiculous, man. How many strains are there?
And the other one, and I mentioned it in my rant, is Greg Williams. He's director of football.
What? Okay, now, all respect to Greg Williams.
I'm telling you.
As the player, person,
What's
one of
whatever.
my
Now,
favourites.
answer me
We're not
this.
being disrespectful. You're just asking the question.
What modern football acumen
Does he?
does he have?
Well, I'll tell
What
you.
modern football acumen do we have on that board at the moment?
No.
Just not much, and if not any.
I've got more than what they have.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at, I don't want to.
Do you reckon anyone on that board, Dio, right?
Yeah.
Hand on heart. Do you reckon anyone on that board would sit down week after week and analyse their
a game?
performances?
No.
And that's not their
That's not their
role,
job,
right?
correct.
But I'm saying is there's no one
Even to care.
There's no one on top of the people who are in those
Yeah.
high roles to suggest, okay, you're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they just look at results,
100%.
right? But then you've got the people who are trying to make those results say, oh, we're just worried about process and
Yeah.
the way we do that. But I'm of the opinion, and actually Terry's brother-in-law said this. Shout out to Temmie.
Yeah.
Who's he's very I think he's doing some stuff. They work in Dubai like as a businessman, and he's doing some like risk stuff or whatever it is, right? All about accountability.
Yeah.
And we were agreeing, and how can you respect the process if you don't value the result?
But they didn't respect the
Do you know what I
process
mean? Do you get what I
themselves.
mean?
Yeah, 100%.
If you don't respect the process, you can't. If you don't respect the result, you can't
Yeah.
respect the process.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And it's not to say that you've got to worry about the result, because once you start worrying about just one thing, it's got to be.
Well, it's got to be the
combination of both.
process, and then the result will come.
Correct.
Will come.
100%.
Yeah.
It always comes if
Of
it's
course.
done correctly.
If the process is done correctly,
So
there has
at
to
the
be done
moment,
correctly.
we have got to.
From the bottom.
You don't put the olive
For a long
oil and the garlic after you put the sauce in.
Yeah.
You put that before you fry it off, and then you go
That's
the
right,
sauce. You
that's
know what I
right.
mean?
Or else you're
feels
gonna
as though-
stuff it all up.
And we have to wait until the end of the season because results will do the talking.
Of course.
It feels as though that the season is on a path of
Nah.
we're in the middle of no man's land.
We are.
Is that-
Mediocrity.
Yeah.
I believe,
And accepting it.
Yeah, I believe that. I truly believe that the board doesn't know whether we are in reset mode, where we kind of need to rejig and
Mini
go again,
rebuild.
or we're now.
Yeah.
This is it. They say we're for the now, but you
Are-
look at are we?
Are we?
No. We're
Really?
not in the now.
Do you know what I mean? We should be,
Well,
right?
far out.
We should be. Now, my concern
These players,
is that
some of these players are 8 years into
there's still
their...
a long way to go
I
in the
know,
season.
I
There's
know,
still-
but
the-
we
the
can only
warning
talk.
signs are there now.
We can only talk about
Yes.
what we've seen.
I will
now.
tell you this: if the season doesn't go the way that it's planned to, or not the way it should, if we finish outside the 8 again, it's
gone.
I would almost be
All of
at
them.
the point where not burn down the club again, but
Nah, trades need to happen. People need to go up the top.
Executive management. I'm talking like at the top.
All of them
I'm
gone.
telling
Wipe
you,
them.
like,
I
it
know.
needs to be cleaned out.
100%.
Wipe them.
Cleaned out.
100%.
Like the Grim Reaper.
I'm talking head of football,
Gone.
board.
Yep.
Like clean it out.
Gone.
And you know what? We were asking for that, and then they did some moves, and you know what? We accepted it. We said, right, they've done these
Yeah, but
changes.
there's people higher than them that need to go.
I understand, but
Those
we
people
accepted
need
what
to
we're
go.
doing. But now it's getting to the
It's
point.
the people higher than the people that are in
But
right
now it's getting to the point where I'm now questioning, like you are. You're questioning everything now, because now we go, all right.
What
yeah,
about the coaching? How they came about with the coach?
I'm telling you.
They picked the most marketable bloke.
Yeah,
because
you know that.
because the supporters wouldn't
Yeah.
accept another untried coach.
100%.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. If you have done your due diligence and you've got to a point where you're like, holy moly, God,
This
geez,
bloke.
we've done all this
Yeah.
and this guy, untried, but wow.
Number one.
What an impressive candidate. What a brilliant vision. What a great idea. We have to be, as a board, as executive management, as decision makers,
We're confident
to go to our members
and say,
guys, we understand it's an untried coach. He's never, but look at this. Look at what he's got. Look at the way he's addressing us. Look at what he's saying to us. This is what we need.
Yep.
This is how he's going to do it. This is the strategy he's got behind it. And the transparent nature of that will only come onto the supporters and say, "Oh shit, hang on a minute."
Of course.
but you
know what I mean?
And
Of
as a supporter, you give that person a little bit of time, a bit of leeway, but you want to see some things.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing some things, you're going, okay, yeah, he's doing that right. He's doing that right. Maybe just doesn't have the right
is
cattle.
what's tried?
Yeah.
Define tried. What? Tried what? He at Brisbane
He
for a
tried
year,
and
made
failed.
finals and then got sacked. And he's been at Port
How long
Adelaide
was he
for-
there for?
How long was he at Port Adelaide for?
4,
8
5
years.
Oh, 8
It
years.
was a long
How
time.
long
How
was
many
he a
did they
coach? 0.
There, right?
How many grand finals did they get into?
0.
How many prelims did they lose?
I
2,
think
3.
2.
And to tell you the truth, I heard bad stuff about him at Port Adelaide. I don't think they were too happy
Hey, look,
with him.
it's easy to say that in the moment now.
Yeah,
because we haven't
no,
got
I
the
know.
results.
But
Recent bias.
look, I agree. I agree. It is easy.
But
to
I
say.
said this to a mate of mine, Johnny.
But again, we
Yes,
can.
Johnny.
We had
shouldn't be here.
We had this discussion, and with the team that we had at that point, it's just like, just go get the best coach for the team.
Yes.
Don't worry about who's coaching. Don't worry if it's Clarkson, Ross,
The
fucking
best
this bloke, that bloke. Whoever suits this team, whoever they thought suited this team, you go with that.
So, but how do they know that we wouldn't have accepted another untried coach?
They assumed.
If I was making that decision, I would have. All you have to do is say to the members, "Oh, you don't want an untried coach? How many untried coaches have won the premiership in the last 20 years?
That's right.
Oh, nearly all of them.
Yeah, that's right. But don't worry what the man. Like we appoint these people to make those decisions.
But did we appoint? We didn't appoint them.
No, we didn't appoint them.
Their
That's
mates
true.
appointed them.
That's true. So there's a problem in that area also.
We didn't
But
have
anyway,
a say on who got appointed.
But we trust them to make the right
Yes,
decision,
correct.
and they've hoodwinked us.
They still do the same faults. There's lies and shit.
I'd love to get someone on the board on the couch, candid.
You never will.
I'd love to.
You wouldn't.
You won't.
Not part of
For
this
2-3
board now.
hours.
Not this board now.
No, you won't.
Nah.
You'll never get
How many
And you've got,
questions?
you've got to ask.
All your questions will get
The
screened.
question has to be asked. Why?
But have an honest discussion.
If
yeah.
I'm,
And it's not berating the person. It's having a discussion
I want
saying,
an understanding
Yeah.
of what's going on and what process.
and I gave them their flowers at the start of the year.
I know
Saw a
you
few
did.
things, like, okay, yep, I'll give you that. But results are going to do the talking, yeah.
At the end of the day,
If
the
I don't
result-
see, if I don't see performance and results, sorry. And the other thing as well is that how can you have a 5-year vision, but have a coach that's only been signed up for 3 years?
not only the
All
coach,
of
It
them.
doesn't marry up.
all of them,
but not
have.
only the coach,
They're 3 years as well.
CEO
Brian Cook.
doesn't make sense.
And
not only
Sayers.
and Sayers.
They're 3 years.
All 3 10 years
Are
finish
together.
at the end of next year. All 3
Because
of them,
we're already
right?
2 years into
Right.
the 5-year plan.
Sayers can't go beyond next year.
Right.
Right, so he's gone.
Yeah.
Right, Cook was only appointed for 3 years, and I'm telling you, he's not staying on, man. He's 120 years old. Man, he has to enjoy his life too.
Yeah, I bet.
Right, and the coach, if I'm telling you, we don't make finals, he's not going to be
He's
there.
gone.
But the problem is, they're there for another 2 years when they brought out this 5-year plan. Another 2 years, but yet they brought a 5-year plan. Shouldn't have been a 2-year plan.
3.
Well, whatever, because they brought it at the end.
Got to
of
marry up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't say, I'm going to do a 5-year plan and then I'm leaving, I'm going to leave it to
Oh,
you.
you with 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should be like the 2-year
All together,
plan.
everything-
This is
Yeah,
what
it's
my
written-
plan.
All unison.
Brendan Gale's been there
Yeah.
the whole time.
And he sat there, but he was going to sit there, him with Penny, what is it?
Penny O'Neill.
They were going to be there for the whole time and take
She's a
what
power.
Oh, yeah.
She's
She
a
is.
power.
But she understands.
She's a
Jeez.
power.
She understands her role too. She's not there to fucking look good. She's there for results.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm,
Now, this is another interesting thing too, and it's,
I know it's easy to say because I won
it's
85
come up on the
flags.
socials, right? It's come up on the socials.
yeah,
that
but they put it
apparently-
out there.
It's not about manifesting it too. It's just about this is the plan,
Yeah.
this is the process, this is what we're doing.
It's come up-
Transparency.
It's
Thank you.
again come up on the socials that, and I don't know how true this is, but where there's smoke, there's fire. That apparently that one of the board members did not want Ross Lyon aboard because of this apparent accusation.
Come on, I'm not even going to say who it is, what it is, and that. And you know that there was one board member who didn't want him on there, right? Oh, apparently, I'm going to leave it
Apparently,
at that. Allegedly, there was one board member who didn't like it because of a certain situation, and now we're in this situation.
Yeah, but was he proven guilty?
I don't know. Who knows?
Whatever the situation, you know what?
But that's
Instead of-
bullshit.
instead of-
You've hung him
yeah.
without letting him prove his case.
All right.
But it shouldn't even have to come to that.
So
That's right.
Whatever the case was, and we'll leave to everyone's imagination, right? Just say it was true and all that, blah blah blah, right? What an opportunity! No, I'm telling you.
I know.
You get this person, and now you get.
Oh no, that's my view on it.
What an opportunity to get this person and go. You know what? This has happened, but you know
Redeem
what?
yourself.
It's
Go.
like, it's like people
Oh,
saying,
Go redeem yourself.
It's like people saying,
The second coming of
But
Jesus.
instead of looking at the
God.
opportunity, they went the opposite. You know, instead of
180.
taking it and saying, right, this is an opportunity to move forward.
Scared.
I will say,
Scared.
if it got to a point where this is just say in a hypothetical, right? Jordan De Goey wants to come in the midfield. Are you not going to take him because of this whole like respect thing?
I'll get rid of half of my team to get
Oh,
him.
me
I
too.
would. It is an opportunity.
How many swaps you wanna do?
Say we've got this program at the club. You know, De Goey, he's had these things.
Exactly.
Look, whatever. He's had
Exactly.
things happen in the past. You'd be so. We're going to bring him in and we're going to
100%.
show him this is how we do it.
100%.
Maybe we need
It's going to
him.
be an opportunity.
100%.
But
And this is
then-
what I'm saying. Grab it and use it as an opportunity.
There is also a truth in saying that the reason these things come up at clubs is because something has gone on that they've swept under the carpet.
Oh, yeah.
That they need to make themselves look good.
Always.
That's all it is. A lot of the time.
Yep, no, that's true. That's true. Well, yeah, possibly.
No, more often than not.
Possibly. Possibly.
And I'm not saying that.
No, we just.
Don't marry this up with this is why
Yeah.
because we're losing and all that. But I did say last season.
But the problem is,
Remember what I said last season about diversity, inclusivity, and equity?
Yeah.
Die.
The reason that acronym is DIE.
Because you die on your ass, mate.
Again,
The whole club.
If you implement policies like that in your organisation and business and think you are going to succeed, you are desperately wrong.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah.
Very, very, very wrong.
Yeah.
Very wrong.
And I know people are going to say, "Oh, now because you're losing, you're going a bit overboard and all that."
Well, we've always said it.
I've always said that.
We've always said that, and now
and
it's
always
coming,
been a fear of mine at the club.
and it's happening.
Always. Because I
Slowly unraveling
I don't want
again.
people.
And if we're not careful,
I don't want people who put diversity, inclusivity, and equity as their
The forefront.
primary forefront of their mind and their mindset running my football club. I don't want that.
no.
Happy for it to be some tiny bit roll.
No,
or whatever.
there is a place. There is a place for
That's
it.
a byproduct of being a good place.
100%.
Correct.
100%.
Byproduct of being a good place.
It takes
shouldn't
care of
even be-
itself.
it shouldn't
It
even
takes
be-
care of itself.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be
takes care of
talked
itself.
about.
Just give me wins. It just
It'll sort itself out.
always does. It always does.
And you know what it is with this club? Deflect.
Yeah, always.
Deflect.
Of course it is.
Deflect.
Rail
Deflect.
driver just blocked,
Yeah.
blocked,
Yeah,
blocked.
that's
Fuck, how
it,
many
all day.
times?
That's right.
Just take a hit, like
Yeah.
your football club does. Like he says in his fucking interviews, "I will take the hit, and we'll go again." Well, fucking you take the hit. Why don't you be honest with us?
Yeah.
I told you they're a bunch of liars, and they're doing it
I wanna
again.
see, it's easy for them to come out when we're winning on socials.
Oh,
and
yeah.
say, as you know, you get behind the boys. And
Are we
what
getting-
a great win it was today. When we lose, doggo.
Nothing,
Yeah.
mate. They go
Well,
hiding.
have you heard?
Going to hiding,
Have you heard from the leader?
What do the best clubs do? They win together.
and you
And
die
they lose together.
together.
Oh, 100%, man. And you know what the other saying is? I'll just make this up saying it myself, right? But the other saying is this. Oh, well, you know, when you get married, one day you'll get married, and you do the vows, maybe. Yeah, and it's for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse.
Yeah.
Forget about the
Definitely
richer,
enough.
Yeah,
right? It's when I'm poor that I need you there.
yeah, that's right.
For sickness and health. Don't worry about the healthy bit. It's
I
when
need
I'm
you.
sick,
Sick.
making me my soup.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And what's the other one? In sick... I don't know.
Sickness and health, yeah, whatever. it is.
Sickness out. There's another one. It's not when the things are going good. When things are going good, everything's a la-di-da-di-da. It's when things are bad I need you there, mate. That's when I need you there, you know?
And that's where you need the best leaders, and they come out and they just reaffirm everything is going to be all right.
Yep.
We're just taking a little bit of a bump in the road, but
Yeah.
we're going to go.
Having said that,
And I'm
it
ready
would
to
not-
take the bump.
Having said that, based on I think what they learnt last season. Or if
What did they
learnt
learn?
last season? If they did learn last season,
What's learning?
the fact and it could very well come true, and we don't know because we can't see into the future. All we can do is assess the first 5 or 6 rounds. The first 7 to 8 to 9 rounds of last season were like, look how good this is, top 4. The start of this year's been like,
That's good, you know, because you don't want to get like, you don't want to get...
No, but now it's starting, there's that trepidation, people, oh God, they're not good enough,
Yeah.
they're not good, which to a certain point I don't think they are, but...
Hopefully
This
they
is-
can
it
they can
could be
change
the case.
course.
Now the opposite's going to happen is that, and I'm not saying that it is.
They could change course, but they can
I hope
change
so.
their course. They
Well,
got how
that's the
many
thing.
rounds they got
But
left? They got fucking 18 rounds or 15 rounds left.
And look, things can change.
Yeah, of course.
But
Of course.
you have to make... If you think that you're going to keep doing the
Look.
same thing and not get a different result... Right? There's something wrong with you, man. Something has to change. It can change.
Well, it
I
happens through
prefer this not to
selection this week.
Well,
Yeah.
it starts a selection.
Selection
You'd
table.
prefer this not to happen, obviously, but there might be a silver lining that it's happening now.
What?
Well, hopefully.
Oh, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So,
Hopefully.
again,
But again,
what
do
do
we-
you do? You need
Is
to
this
pick-
opportunity now?
You need to
Yeah.
pick at the right time. Geelong was like 5 and 4
But
after
with-
night. Geelong, and I'm not saying we're Geelong, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying as a comparison of things, Geelong was 5 and 4 or
Yeah.
6 and 4, like 9 or 10 rounds in.
Yeah.
Collingwood was 3 and 2, 4 and 3. They lost to West Coast last year,
Yeah.
and then they,
Yep.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
this is this 2-game patch, Adelaide and St Kilda. This is the crossroads.
Yeah.
we're at the crossroads.
Forget about West Coast this week. Like, just that's.
No, but you got to win that game.
I understand, but
It's not a fucking gimme.
no, it's not a gimme. No.
After this
People
Kilda
thinking this
result-
week is a gimme are deluded.
Oh, yeah.
No, you got to go out there and this week,
And-
week by
and
week.
We're at the crossroads now.
Right, yeah.
Right, because we're at this point in time where we're like, okay, start of the year, we won games where we weren't at our best. We've been exposed a little bit the last 2 weeks. Okay, the performance against St Kilda, albeit improved, is still nowhere near good enough. So where do we go now?
They need to recapture the start of last year
Where do we go?
and go again and
Well, we're gonna
create
find
layers.
out. We're going to find out.
Well,
Where do we go?
you got 15 rounds to find out.
We're going to find out, but
Shocking result.
we're on that knife edge.
Yeah, no, and
We're-
we knew this year that's where we were.
We
We're
said it.
teetering.
I don't know where we're going to go. We're going to go this way. We're going to go that
We're on
way.
the ledge right now.
This now, as good leaders of the club, they should be sitting here and saying what we were saying before. This is an opportunity now.
Yes.
This is an opportunity.
And it's also
To
an
make
opportunity.
our mark.
We're gonna
It's
show
also an opportunity
ourselves.
for supporters and members as well. And look, at the game, you know, we were pretty irate. We were pretty upset.
Yeah, but I don't think we're out of line. We weren't out of line.
No.
I'll tell you when I'm out of line, but I don't think we're out of line.
No,
It was just, you just like,
Well,
you
people
had,
left early.
mate, fucking people were leaving with,
walking out.
and it was only 3 goals.
Yeah,
I'm like
and-
thinking,
and-
oh,
I
fuck.
stayed
And the other
until they
thing-
walked off.
Yeah, we
Because I
sat
want-
there in the
We stayed
seats.
for about 15 minutes after
Yeah,
the
I
game.
watched them walk off.
And the other thing too is that there's sink the boots in over the performance.
Yeah.
Right? From Sunday to Monday to Tuesday, fucking slam them. Go your hardest because it was not good enough, right? As the days come closer to match day,
Yeah, back
you've got to
up
get
again.
behind them, right?
Yeah.
And this is the thing: is you've got to have
And
the
win,
best of
don't win.
both worlds. Give them a slap over the head.
It's a positive
Because
and the negative.
But now
You've got to
that
go.
they've got- now you've got to back them in.
And we do,
Right.
don't we?
You know. And
I think most supporters
I still
do.
think that I think from
Yeah, I
what I've
think they
seen is
do.
that they don't have the minerals.
Yeah.
And you saw I
We-
tweeted it and I was not happy. And I still fear that the omissions and ins and outs.
Oh, you'll know. You'll know on Thursday. You'll know.
Prove me wrong. Prove us all wrong.
You'll know.
And I've kind of and
And stand
I've
by
kind
your
of flip-flopped
convictions
this
too.
year, and I've
Huh?
gone
Stand
one
by
way-
your conviction. Like, just
Yeah.
go for it and
I've
stand by it.
flip-flopped this year. I've gone,
You
okay,
have.
okay, and then I've got, oh no, God, these last 2 results. Now, when the game comes up this weekend, I'll be back up and about.
We should be looking forward to this.
You know, no, I am because you're going to know.
We should be
one
looking
way or
forward to
other.
the challenge now.
Are
This
they?
is what sport's about. Well, this is the issue. Are they?
So
are
I'm
the
not
leaders?
confident.
Are the leaders?
They don't fill
and
me with
really,
confidence.
you should be self-motivated. Where you should be looking at this
Yeah, I
challenge.
know.
Tigers
I
are
know.
2 goals up at,
Yeah.
At the beginning of the third term. So. Anyway,
Anyway, we would have already been. The
game
result
will
would
be
have already
by the time
done.
this is up. So yeah.
All right, listen, we can go on all day, and I'm sure
we can.
people and the people are loving it, loving
I
every
think we've
second
been
of it.
pretty fair with our.
I think the last 2 weeks,
Assessment.
if we've said anything that's been wrong in that, and we got really good feedback on last week's show, right?
Bucky.
With Bucky, and I think we were very calm, and we analysed the game.
And I think again, straight after a game and in the moment after the
Of
result,
course.
you're furious because
Of
you
course.
want your team to win, right?
Of course.
But I think what I've liked is that the last couple of weeks is that a lot of, you know, is that you're trying to find solutions.
And this is the thing, we're not just sitting there berating them, we're trying to find the reason for these problems, and we're trying to find solutions, you know, and it's not about just drop him, all right, that's part of
As I
the...
said, crossroads. Here we are.
All
Make
right,
or break your season, make or break your career, boys.
all right, let's do it. This was hard for votes.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I'll go first.
Yep, go, mate. Go.
Chera,
Yep,
Walsh,
yep,
Cripps,
yep,
McGovern,
yep.
and Holland.
Okay, like it. I had 5 Chera. I had 4 to Charlie. I gave 4 to Charlie, and I'll explain it because I thought the service to him was absolutely horrid all night, and for him to kick and have as many shots
Right.
as he did, I thought was pretty good. I gave 3 to Hollands. Loved his game. 2 to Cripps because I thought he went to work in a moment.
He
when
was a
needed
big
to.
reason in the first half.
And then he got sounded out by Jack Steele.
Yeah,
I
and that
gave-
was great coaching, man.
Yeah,
he
when
did
saw
a
him
couple of
slide,
moves. Yeah, he did a couple of
moves.
moves.
Look, Steele said
Yeah.
said to him basically, he's like, mate, you've got to sacrifice your game. We
You know
you're
what
not
else he
gonna-
said? If you listen to his press conference, it was a little bit like he said to Steele, he goes, yeah, you've been out for a while, so we'll slowly get you
This
into
is your rehab. Is what he said.
That's sickening.
This is your rehab.
That's fucking sickening. It's a VFL game for him.
I'm telling you, man. It's a
And
bit
I
of a...
gave one to,
Hey, we should be... Go, sorry.
I gave one to Chincotta because I thought he dealt with the speed and.
Yeah, no, I think he did really well.
Okay, you know.
He did really well. Go for it.
It's hard to give votes.
Let's change the leaderboard by 3. I'm gonna change one on the spot here. So Chera 5,
Yep.
4 to Walsh.
Yep.
I'm gonna give 3 to Pitane,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
who I
though.
thought was super.
So you're going to give 3 to Pitts?
Yep.
Are you
I'm gonna
taking
give
him out?
2 to
You taking him out?
No, I'm gonna give 2 to Cripper,
All right, so that's correct. All right.
and I'm gonna give 1 to Chincotta.
Yeah.
I thought Pitane was pretty. That was probably
you know-
his best game of the season.
And you know that's true. I didn't give him. So and at halftime I was saying.
yeah,
So
go.
now change it.
Sorry about that.
All right, so we did it. All right, so now. All right, so have a look at the leaderboard. Curno's still on 32. We got Newman on 30. Cripper on 29. Chera 27.
Had 2 good weeks.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
2
this
weeks.
game. Yeah.
And Walsh 2 weeks in 5th spot.
Yeah. I didn't like his game yesterday.
It wasn't a great game. But he did get. Look, he gets a lot of the
on him
ball.
is that he gets those disposals and he's not damaging.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
He's
So,
not. And a few players are like that.
Yeah. He was alright.
Yeah.
He was alright.
Yeah. All right. Next week, we got West Coast v Carlton, Saturday 29th. It's at 7:30 p.m. at Optus Stadium. This is the game that I went to last year, and
Yep.
yeah, there's not much to say about this. If anyone thinks, oh, you know, we're going to get too excited about this win, but in saying that, we need to win this game.
We haven't won anything yet.
We need
It's
to win
0-0.
this game. And we don't travel too well.
They'll
no.
be up for this.
Oh, yeah.
They'll fucking.
They were okay against.
Yeah, they were not
Port.
bad.
They were okay against Port.
They can stay in there for
And
2-3 quarters.
That's not a but when that average, that poor team goes on the road, gets beaten by 5, 6, 7 goals, it's okay. Then they come back home.
They're 4-goal better team.
Just
100%.
that's what happened to Adelaide last season.
I know.
Yeah.
They went to Sydney.
It's a 4-goal better
6
team.
goals. They came to us, and then
Yeah.
they did us
Yeah.
over.
I don't know.
And then since then,
Yeah.
they've actually been a not bad side.
I don't know if they're getting a couple players back next week. They might be. No, not yet. I think Shuey went out again, but
Look, at the end of the day,
Out of form.
oh, fucking don't count your lucky stars, mate. Don't go out there and think we're going to win by fucking 100 points.
if we don't go out there with the mindset that we have to give 100%, 100% of the time, we are going to get rolled. We are going to get rolled. And if we don't do something drastic with these changes, and we'll probably talk about that after. But let's give some tips.
Yeah, but it's a game where like you just know that talent.
It will win.
But that's the worrying thing
Yeah.
for me. You want to see
Yeah.
a systematic breakdown of the opposition.
100%. You don't
I
just
guess at a
want.
certain point it
You
will
just
be,
don't
but-
want the talent to win you the game.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You want the
You want to
process.
see
It's gotta be a
something.
combination of both.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you my team. Actually, no.
Nah,
No,
give me
no,
the
I won't
tip,
give
and then we'll do the reserves.
Carlton by 35.
Carlton by
Something like that.
Carlton by
That sounds a good. I like that.
23 points.
Yeah.
23.
I think we might get there by about 44 points. I think it's going to be one of those games where we'll
kick
win
away late.
We'll kick away. We still won't finish them off, but
Yeah.
we'll have a nice little win.
I hope we destroy them.
And it could be that. It could
I
be
hope so.
one of those ones where we just come out and belt the shit out of
But you know what? I don't even want
It
that.
could be that.
No, I do want that.
No, I don't even want
I
that.
want it because
I'm
we don't
scared that
do
they're
it.
going to fall into the trap again and thinking,
No. I want that. I want it to just fucking smell blood and kill them.
I hope so.
I'm over this bullshit 10, 15, 20 point wins.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's a way you can win games of footy. But yeah.
So Saturday night, off the stadium.
Yeah.
We'll watch it.
You know.
We watch it.
It's
Rather go
and
play
I'm
tennis.
looking to the next 2 weeks. They are 2 games
You
where
said that, so
I think
you're saying Brisbane.
I think we'll go into
You're not going
both
to go
games
in.
as favourite,
I don't think so.
depending on how much we've.
Let's just worry about
if
this
we win
game.
by a fair margin against West Coast,
Nah.
I think we'll go in against
No,
into
then you're coming up
against
Brisbane and again. Anyway, well,
Brisbane win this week?
I'm not even going.
Oh, Brisbane, they won this week. Easy.
Yeah, easily.
Easy.
He kicked like 7 goals and kicked the goal of the year.
Against GWS, only won by 20 points.
Yeah, but they put them away. They put them to the sword.
Yeah.
They were up by like
I don't
30 odd
care.
points.
Anyway, whatever.
40 odd
Mate,
points.
Did you see that goal? Did you see that goal that he
Told you, week by week, mate. People
West Coast
looking,
this week.
looking too far ahead.
West Coast this week.
You're
All right,
blind.
let's have a look at this one so we can move
Is
on
anyone
to
going to the game? Let us know in the
Don't
comments.
go. Don't go. Don't waste your money. Knowledge.
Yeah, I've learned that lesson last week.
Oh, yes.
Knowledge.
All right, so now what we can do is we can quickly talk about the result,
Yep.
some of the good players, and maybe
Yep.
some of the
I
changes.
can let you know who played well.
Wow.
I wasn't at the game. Miles was at the game, but watch the replay. And
Did you go to the game?
Yeah,
He was there
before
for
the
the-
Carlton.
yeah.
Yeah, I was there for about a quarter and a half.
I was going to go,
Nice.
but I just, mate, I was ruined. I need to sleep. I hadn't slept because I worked the night before. Carlton 9-17-71 to 10-8-68.
They won, man.
Clickety click. Yeah, pretty
3
good
points,
performance. Probably should have won by more, to be honest. Missed some pretty gettable goals.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit inaccurate, but again, what you see is what you get with these boys. Really like the performance. All the standard names, really. Paddy Dow, probably his best VFL game, I think.
Ever.
Since I think his last 2 weeks have been sensational.
Really good.
He's proved me wrong
Yeah.
with what I.
And there's nothing wrong
said.
with that.
His last 2 weeks have been fantastic.
The VFL king.
Yeah.
But that's where they're playing their football. That's where we're
I'm
asking.
calling the king of VFL.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and hopefully he can.
Even Jack Carroll.
Carroll,
took
good.
that game by the scruff of
He
the
was
neck.
good.
They
I
both
watched him. He
led
was
the
good.
midfield. Really like both of their games, and they can both definitely come into the team. And I want them to both come into the team, and it's a complete contrast to what I said 3 weeks ago.
Oh, come on.
But
that's all right. He proved you wrong.
His
You know-
form has proved that he needs to come into the team.
You know what? Because against West Coast, you'll see them come in.
Yeah, probably.
Well, all right, so they'll come in. All right,
No,
you
there was
wanna
some
talk-
other players that were actually not
Jackson
bad.
Binns, I
Yeah,
want
he
to
was
see play. I
Yeah,
want to
Binns
see
was
him
another
debut
one.
now.
I
He was
heard.
up. He was
I know.
good.
I
Yeah, I
want to
watched-
see him debut now.
But where does he play?
like a wing, midfield,
Yeah, outside player.
yeah.
He's an outside runner. Big engine, runs
All
all
right.
day.
All right, so anyway, keep
So
going.
Those are probably the three that I would name
Yep.
from the VFL.
Now the question
even
is-
Fogarty.
Yeah,
Fogarty
he
play
was-
well.
I'd be
Okay.
bringing him in
he's
for
not
Fisher.
bad.
I'm sorry, mate. I'd be bringing him in for Zach Fisher.
That's a good
because
point.
what you see from Lockie Fogarty
he's not
is
bad.
you ain't going to see a tackle column with 0.
Nah, he
Yeah.
I'll
does
give
that.
you the tip, mate.
Yeah.
I'm telling you
You know
now.
what I liked when I was there? When I was watching it, Jordan Boyd.
So did he play? Did he?
Yeah, he was fucking good, man. When I was there, he was
I reckon you'll see him in
another
the VFL
week,
coaches
another
votes.
week, another week. I reckon.
Reckon
Give him
that
another week.
Might be another week.
Give him another
Might
week.
be another week because he's missed a stint, and you know how it is with strength and conditioning. That's what they usually like to give.
Yeah.
Give him a block. But he's hit the ground running, which is great to see. He's so important.
But he goes like a competitor, yeah?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't just sit on the
And
floor, he
remember we
goes
were
at
saying
it.
this last
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
he
and he
just-
goes with the kicks too.
Win your one-on-one battle.
But he's also taking the inside kicks like fuck, he
Win
didn't
your
care.
duels, win your
he
duels,
was-
right?
it was pretty
I think
good.
when he comes into the team, we will be a better team.
Who for?
Jordan Boyd, maybe for one of the backmen.
Like Cowan?
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
him a rest and
I
try
reckon
him
that
out.
could be the way to go.
Yeah.
I reckon that could be the way to go.
Yep.
And I think they might even bring Boyd in because Cowan really only plays like 60 to 70%.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll give Boyd another week. I think they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more attacking off half
yeah.
back
Yeah.
and
So,
out of the defence.
Especially with Sard
There
out.
are 4 to 5.
Even I bring
With them
him
both,
in,
but now
yeah.
that Sard's out, oh yeah.
There are
yeah.
4 to 5
Fuck it.
players that could potentially come into the team. Now, O'Brien and Kemp, obviously O'Brien was the sub. Kemp got held over,
Yeah.
so he missed out. But Sam Durden and Harry Lemmy didn't play because they've got quad and calf strains, respectfully,
Nice.
which is not ideal because I would honestly be bringing in Sam Durden for Lewis Young, who I thought has been atrocious the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't like his game against St Kilda. I thought he was poor against Adelaide.
Bad.
I don't like his ball use. I don't think he's daring enough.
He's
to
lost.
in hand.
He's definitely
And now I'm
one of them
over-
that's lost confidence
And
as
now
well.
I'm over this whole credits in the back bullshit.
No, you can't.
So anyway, no, it's good performance from the VFL.
Well, it's not going to happen.
They've won
because
3 in a
of
row
injuries.
now, which is great.
I
Yeah,
know.
good.
You know, and this is look, the silver lining now, and this is what shit me last week. It was a performance from the VFL boys and individuals down there where you could have said
Bring him in.
AFL boys were atrocious. You know what?
You're having a
Stuff
rough,
it.
yeah.
Selection integrity, in you come, boys.
Yep.
I would be, and what I said with my 22 for this week, make of it what you will.
Yeah, go for it.
You can potentially bring Fogarty in for Fisher.
I reckon I think that's if Fogarty play well, that's a good.
Honestly, I'd be dropping George Hewitt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be
yes.
dropping George
Do you
Hewitt.
think you know what his meters gained
Yeah,
were?
29.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the handballs were
He almost had
familiar.
more. I've never seen someone had 20 plus disposals and nearly have his disposal count
More than the
more than
meters
his
gained.
Meters gained.
Yeah.
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 Didn't like his game at all.
No.
And I think and I know he's got the hand and all that, but I think we're starting to see his deficiencies big time.
Ed Kerner could go.
Ed
I'll give you
Kerner,
another one.
don't want him in
Kerner.
the team. He'll get dropped. Has to be
Yeah.
dropped. And again, like you said, it's no fault of his own.
No.
No.
The players that I've moved in, so hopefully Adam Sard's fit, but they did say it was 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so he'll be
so-
touch and go this week.
Yeah. Let's say he's out, because they said 2
Yeah.
weeks. Let's say he's out.
Yeah, so
Chincotta
I've named him
stays.
in.
Chincotta stays.
I've kept Sard in
Oh, okay. Sard.
with Chincotta.
Oh, both. Yeah,
I've kept them both.
Oh yeah, but we're saying this week here.
Yeah.
But no.
So,
Oh.
But isn't Chincotta good by foot?
yeah,
He handballed it.
I know, he handballed
a
a
lot.
really weird. Anyway,
First game.
I don't know.
But this is where the coaching comes in now. So
in
listen,
my
mate,
team and on
use
the
your feet.
bench, I've named Binns in the starting team,
Well,
and on the bench, and you can make of this, you can make whoever you want as a sub. I had Dow or Carroll as a sub, but Carroll, Dow, Boyd, TDK, Kennedy on the bench. Make of that what you will. And I had Fisher out of the team. Don't want him in. I had Binns in there, and had Sard come in as well. So that's touch and go, obviously. But I had Dow in the team. I don't want to see Fisher in the team this week.
and I think we say we want
Play on form.
100%, and we want a statement, and maybe
If your team plays...
If I don't see a statement this weekend,
there has to be.
I want to see it omitted.
Yeah.
Not managed.
Not managed. That's bullshit.
Not Corky.
Nah.
Not this. Not he had a cough or he sneezed on his cat,
We're dropped.
and that's why he's out.
You're dropped.
You're dropped.
100%. 100%.
You're not good enough.
And you know
At
what I
this
don't want to
time.
see? I'll tell you what I don't want to see.
In the media.
I don't want to see on Thursday night when the teams come out, 2 names. Jay Honey, Al omitted.
Yeah.
That's the easy way out.
The easy way out.
That's right.
Drop
How does
kids.
that make a statement? 20 of the guys,
No.
Honey and Cowan are a big deal.
Like, who cares, yeah? Like.
No. They got to make it, and we'll see. We'll see this
But
week.
again, and this is the concern is, and Tommy was saying it too, is that the system plays to the players in the team at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the concern.
Yep.
Yeah, but can't you also... I mean, sometimes you got to rejig your system.
Tinker.
You do.
It doesn't always
We'll
work
see.
out.
We will see. We will see.
And this is where it comes
We will
into the
see.
coaching and everything. Are they able to
So
know what
I'll
they're
put my hand up and own it.
Well,
Now-
he's been playing in the
Now
VFL
he's
good, but he hasn't played anything in
Again,
AFL
That's
yet.
my concern. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
With
All
coming
right,
into
but
the
we,
AFL.
we've asked him to do.
What he's had to do, and he's
And
doing
he's
it
done
well.
But if he's named, back into the hills.
Of course.
Yeah, fucking oath.
When don't we, like at the
can't-
end of
nah,
the day, when
there's-
don't we back our team and
there's
don't back our
some
coaches?
players are copper slating before, but like it's fucked. But like when he's there,
So
I'm
that's
going to
that.
back.
Oh, mate,
Hopefully
I'll
he
be
plays
cheering.
well if
Performance,
he gets
they're
in.
back in form. Red hot form.
They actually
boys.
played well when I was
Yeah,
there.
good.
Yeah, they played
Yeah.
looked good.
Yeah.
And they play with no fear, these boys. They play with no fear.
Also coaching.
You know, Dom
Yeah.
McQuay, you know, look, I think he's sort of spit up.
He was actually not bad one v ones, but ball in hand is a little bit
Shaky, yeah. Outside of that, no real other standouts, I don't think. Couple of the, Plowman or whatever, what you see is what you get.
Kick the goal, man.
Um,
Leave him.
A couple of the other fellas I wanted to mention, and you mentioned him too, and I think he will get picked up on a list very soon. Tyrese Liu.
Oh yeah, fuck! He was in one contest. He fucking flattened the whole contest. The bloke got it
Did
like
he?
this. Oh, like that. I'm like, good, stay down like that.
You dog.
Yeah, but no, he just flattened him. But he's all right.
Yeah, and you know, I love watching the VFL boys. It's fun. I get more joy out of watching the VFL boys sometimes than I do the.
Yeah, because you don't have an expectation.
Yeah. And
Oh,
you
no,
like,
you did to a certain
Yeah,
point,
but it's not
I
an
like that.
expectation.
I like
like
them just
of
play
the
with
same
it's
free
different.
rein.
It's different. It's just
It's
different.
free rein, you know.
It's different.
I mean,
Yeah.
to a certain point.
It's like watching kids run around.
it's almost that.
It's joyful.
Yeah.
It's like watching a kids movie.
Well, it's almost closer to
all
that
it is.
pure football.
Yeah.
Just like play.
It's Sunday
football.
league footy,
Play
just at a
foot-
better
Just
level.
go out there, play some football, son. That's all you want to hear. All right.
There's your VFL wrap.
I like it. I
yeah.
like it. So we will have a look what happens in 2 days' time.
We shall.
All right. Did we have anything to talk about?
AFL talk.
Yeah.
Anzac Day.
All right. Put on the thing.
Yep.
All right.
It's not well for me. I think it's a big thing because it's part of our nation and part
Yeah.
of our history. And I always love the Anzac Day.
It is
the-
good.
The preamble to the games and stuff, and you know, it's a good weekend for
I think it's one of the good ones, you know.
perspective.
It's good
Yeah.
reflection as well.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's
They're
one of the
special
good
people,
things
they're
we do.
servicemen and women. Yeah.
Mate, we wouldn't be here, in a way.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, these people like gave up their lives, you know, for us.
Literally.
They did. They gave up their lives, and anyone that thinks, oh, you know, we don't need an army, and no, we need these people, man, or else what did a few good men say? You know.
Oh, fuck, Jack Nichols.
Well, so, I got those money
You
men on the
want me on that wall.
You need me on that wall. Yeah, I know, and he's absolutely right. I do want him on that wall. Yeah, no, so it was good. I actually
pre-game
enjoyed
thing
it.
Was, you know, I love that. I love history, and
That's good.
you know,
Yeah.
I think I think I was, yeah. I mean, Carlton puts things on their Guernsey for every other social issue, but
Wow,
for,
this is
for the Anzacs,
this was
and
a-
someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see anything on our.
No, there wasn't.
I
There
didn't see
wasn't.
anything either.
So,
That's fucked. They
And
didn't even
you
have
know-
an
you know
Anzac.
what
Out of
Like-
all the things
but
to
hang on,
put,
hang
that's the thing
They
that
didn't even have the Anzac badge
out
on
of all
there.
that, and it's not. I just and I'm with you. Like just
Yeah.
leave Carlton Guernsey. It should all be whatever.
No, but just
But
the
what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
yeah.
100%.
And this is the argument with it. If you're going to do one or two,
You got to do more.
you got to do them all, don't you?
100%.
You know.
100%.
Even the bullshit at the back, not bullshit, but like
Yeah,
at
little-
least we forget
Yeah, at least we
or
forget
something.
that was
They-
it.
much-
Well, wasn't there servicemen
That
that
would be-
served for in the army?
Yeah.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, we had war veterans.
Why can't we have
yeah.
their names on the jersey?
Yeah.
I mean, like far out, man. Like
Yeah,
seriously.
and there was a few. Like if you look it up, there was a few that played for.
They even have
Carlton.
just a red poppy somewhere.
something.
Did they?
Yeah.
No.
No, he's saying even.
They even have that.
Even
on there.
have that.
They didn't have the Anzac badge on there. Not a red poppy. Nothing. It's that's pretty
Yeah.
poor.
Yeah.
That's poor. I liked I had a look at a few of the Guernseys, but I thought the Richmond one was quite nice.
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
I interpreted it as because I've been to that game, the Anzac Melbourne game, and they how you do the spotlight, the torch, and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
So on as the stripe, they got dots.
Yeah.
So I think of that is the torch. So everyone spots in the crowd
Oh,
is
yeah.
that's the dots
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. That's just my
Yeah,
artistic
you're-
mind, but I
like
thought it
it.
was a really it's nice. Not over the top, just done right.
No, it's good.
Geelong had a nice one.
I think Anzac Day is
Oh, it's a great day.
spectacle. I think is amazing.
Oh no,
I think
and
it's,
it's something. Yeah. So. Oh.
And
Did we have
I-
anything leading up to the game, or because I know I'm banned from all social media of
I've
Carlton?
never been, but you know what I'm
Nah.
going to do?
I'd be to the shrine.
After work,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to walk over to
Oh, yeah.
the service tonight.
But you're just around the corner.
I'm gonna
Yeah, no.
walk.
Well, if you got to walk, if you got to travel in, I'm telling you, keep away from that place.
I've done
because
it as an
it's crazy.
excursion.
I've done it.
As an excursion, I did as a kid.
I did it as an adult. I went there and
Good.
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
So if
it's
anyone
really,
would like to
it's really
meet me now, well, they
touching.
won't see, but
huh?
Touching.
It is.
Yeah, it's touching.
for
You sit
those,
there?
when this will come out Tuesday night, I'll
So we've already,
on.
you've already done it.
Yeah.
How was it?
You dickhead. No, but nuts.
You know, as much.
Oh, hopefully they do something next year. I mean, that's what we are, Carlton, a responsive club.
Yeah,
All we do
yeah.
is respond.
Yeah.
So we might respond to this.
No, they'll probably hear this and
When
go,
they handed over something. Like,
yeah,
a
they
reef.
did. They bought
A reef?
Mollop.
Yeah, Mollop and
I was
and
wondering why they had Mollop there.
Gresh.
I don't understand why.
Maybe maybe had.
Was it an indigenous
Maybe,
ancestor?
Maybe, and then they did hand over something, you know, and then they threw it away.
But anyway.
But yeah, it's a I think it's a brilliant thing the way we do it. I think the Anzac Day clash is absolutely amazing.
That's one thing we should always honour. And
I'm being serious. I'm not like. But was there anything that come out through the club in the week? Just anything? I know it's not our game, but
apparently, and I don't know if this.
well,
is
if it's
true,
not our game, why did we do the whole ceremony and everything then? So it is our game.
Apparently, it's a divisive topic.
nice,
Wow.
real good.
All right, let's stop being divisive here.
Anyway,
All right.
moving right along.
Anything else with the AFL? They've done that.
Lop's been done for a game with the dangerous tackle, and I think it's fair enough.
Did it get called in the game? Did it?
No.
I thought
How Motlop get?
he got a week. Yeah.
Week. Yeah. And from now until
Was that in our forward line? Yeah, I watched. I'm like,
Howard.
fuck, he's gonna get done here, and they didn't pay the free.
Did you include him in the outs?
No, I didn't. Well, he's going to have to be.
Oh,
we might challenge him.
No.
well, we got the stream that
Terry, there's no fucking stream this
No, it's
week.
gonna go
There's
for 12
none.
hours.
No, there's no
He's
stream.
starting it now.
No, there's no stream this week. This is a jumper punch initiative. There's no fucking stream this week for a player getting off. I don't care.
Honestly,
I don't care about your views. I don't care about anything. There's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. I want him to get a week.
No. They'll challenge it. He'll get off, and then they'll drop him.
yeah, that's it.
They won't do that. That's on Carlton.
That's it.
But I don't want no bullshit streams this week.
You know what I don't want?
Nothing.
People to
We're
get
not
excited
celebrating
about
that. Like we said the other week.
it. They
Huh?
won't do it for him.
Nah.
They won't do it for him.
But there's no streams this week. None.
No
I'm
stream.
saying it now. It's not my channel,
Stop
but I'm saying
celebrating the small things.
it's dumb. It's not even
dumb.
small. It's dumb.
Yeah.
And you're a smart man, Terry.
Yeah.
Very smart.
And I watched it for the whole fucking time.
You're a dickhead. Did you? You didn't.
No, I was here working.
Oh, here we go. Now he's got to explain himself.
Stop talking, man.
No, let me finish.
No, I'm not letting you
You're
finish.
done now.
I was here working.
He's going red.
No,
Look,
no,
he's going
it's
red.
done.
Listen, I
Yeah,
was here
Have a
working.
Petty Mac.
I was here working on the show, and just to like support Terry,
Shut up.
I had it on the background.
Shut
Hey,
up.
did you see how I... Did you see
You
how I was-
watched it too because
I
you
did-
even
no, I
came
didn't.
late onto the bloody jumper punch
Excuse me?
chat.
That's why I said it.
Oh, why?
So people could go and watch us at the end, because I knew there were like 1,000 people on there, so I'm like, I'll get them over to us.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Did you notice how I responded when the StreamYard thing went in our group? I didn't.
Yeah, no, that's it. No, we didn't. No, I didn't either, so. All right.
49, defeated.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
who we always back?
Good.
Snitz,
Schnitz Northland, of course.
mate.
Proudly sponsored by the Basic
Basic.
Instinct, the Sharon Stone.
The Sharon Stone.
I actually watched that Casino the other day.
Oh, what a movie.
Heroes.
With De Niro and Joe Pesci. Yeah.
What a movie. Brilliant movie.
Mate, she is.
Top draw.
Oh, gorgeous.
She's a gorgeous female.
Top draw.
and
Told you, there is nothing more beautiful than the beauty of a woman.
There isn't.
No, there's not.
There's never. They can. I think my man used to say that they. What did in the movie? I think it was Al Pacino in The Godfather.
Yeah.
When he goes over to Sicily.
Yeah, oh, Bologna.
yeah.
Yeah. And what did they say to him? Like a woman can. The beauty of a woman can
Make a man do anything or something.
or collapse a mountain or whatever. It's something weird, but it's true, man.
The plain and simple.
The plain and simple. Who's that now? Who was? Oh, Newman.
Yeah, he was.
Newman was plain and simple. And what about this one?
The skip. The Aussie.
The Bucky.
The Bucky.
Bucky.
The Bucky, man.
We love Bucky. He was so good, man, last week. All right. You know who I went down to Snitz today?
Yeah. Who'd you see?
This bloke here.
Ragazzi, l'avete mai mangiato voi le carciofe fatte alla villanella, alla viggianetta? io ci ho messo lo panuzzo di casa e la mamma ti passa. Ci misi le pisedde, la patatella, lo finucceddo siciliano, finucceddo simpatico. E niente ragazzi, le carciofine tutte tagliate piccole piccole, e che poi ti ha fatto una ricetta e me la faccio bene. Com'è? Guardate che sapore e che bellezza! Come vende il
Beautiful taste. Here we go.
No, he turned it off.
Baldassare.
That's one of my favourites, the carciofi, the artichoke. Or dirty southerners like you, well I am too, they call it cococcioli.
Yeah, cococcioli. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
No, man, that was I love them, man.
Well done.
They're sick. All right. This week, man, the player profile is one of our all-time favourites. He was, wasn't he?
yeah, he was.
Name one person who doesn't like him.
There's not many people that wouldn't.
1AW.
1AW Andrew Walker with that long ball down towards centre half forward.
All right, let's have a look at some of these highlights here.
Oh,
And look at him. That's his first game. First game. Look at him.
young Dick
Check
Andrew
him out
Walker.
and watch his. Remember his
We're at
first
this
game?
game.
Yeah.
Fresh
I was
dick.
there. Look at this, man.
We were behind the goals in
Oh.
that game. Jordan Russell kicked the winner in that game.
yeah.
Oh, I love it,
God, he's a
mate.
good player.
Oh, yeah, no, mate. He was a good player, mate. Look at this.
Oh, it's
man.
Oh, it's
In the
clean,
background.
Dad.
Look at him, man. Look at this.
Injury
Eh? Thank you for coming.
injury.
Bang!
His
He
knee.
could play, mate. The
Yeah.
Oh,
knee, the
yeah. If it
collarbone.
wasn't, and he
Collarbone.
still, remember, he still.
Look at this
pulled
left foot goal. Look at this.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Brilliant.
Look at this. Thank you for coming. Bang!
That was the year he kicked over 50.
50.
Yes.
I think it was like
The
58
best year, man.
goals or something.
2013, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's best-
2011. 2011.
2011.
God, he took just hangers every week.
Mate, every week.
Good leap.
Look at
Great
this
leap.
one. Look at this. Look at this one. Bang!
Oh,
Mate, he was.
what a goal
Oh,
What a
remember
goal.
the run.
Look at Yaron running. Look at Yaron.
Look at the run.
Fuck. Beautiful goal.
Here he goes again. This is.
BT called this.
Yeah.
Walker
Yeah.
from
What,
50 to
50?
the open goal. One of the goals of the year.
Pumps here, mate.
We lost that game.
Yeah.
It's a good grab. In the
Oh,
that
that
was
was.
in the
was that-
pre-season,
yeah.
the NAB Cup.
Yeah.
Gee, that was good. All right, here we go.
Bets
Here we go.
that he gives it back to Walker.
Walker.
He kicks
Kicks
the
the
goal.
goal.
How good
Bruce.
was that?
Bruce. Bruce.
All right, get ready for this one.
Oh, God.
Cracker.
What a grab.
But actual Cracker won that.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know what was almost even better than the mark? Ratton's
Ratton's reaction, yeah.
Wow.
And even the
And
even the people in the back.
Well, he talks about
he
that.
took the mark and he went
Went
back and
back,
nailed
kicked
the
the goal.
set shot. He went back and nailed
Now.
the set shot.
One player
So,
did that.
just while we're there, right, 202 games, 139 goals. He was picked 2 in the 03 draft after we had, there was some problems there. And he debuted in round 5 where he got, in 2004, he got 26 disposals, 9 marks. It was one of the great debut games, wasn't it?
Was
pretty
ever.
good.
It was
Wasn't it?
great. And it was something that we needed. Because
yes.
it was
Oh, yes.
2-time pre-season premiership player. He talks about it. All right. And the top goal kicker, you're right, in 11 with 56 goals.
56.
And he reminded me it was 56 goals, 27 points.
Oh, okay.
And second in the BNF in 2013. And he also tells us why he lost that BNF. And you're going to have to watch it. Yeah. There's a reason. There's a few people in his life that have completely stuffed up everything that he tried to do, right?
Dear me.
So,
How's
you'll
his
find...
son going, by the way?
Wow.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
You won't reveal
He-
too much.
No, we won't. But I'm just going to say something, right?
Yes.
He's in the academy,
playing
isn't
footy.
he?
Yes.
He'll get it. But the problem is
Up at the
that,
border?
Bendigo or
Okay, yeah,
Bendigo where he
yeah,
plays,
yeah, righto.
and he's 15 going on to 16, and he's definitely going to be father and son, right?
Okay, right.
But he's also in the Richmond Aboriginal Academy.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because father and
Yeah,
son
of course,
rules.
of course. Yes,
Right?
yes, of course.
So, and look, I'll give you a bit of insight. He said that so far he's beaten every record that Andrew Walker had when he was a kid. So everyone get excited. Walker running through the middle, Camperelli on one side,
Camperelli on the other.
Camperelli on the other side, because one's a left and one's a right footer.
Yeah,
Mate,
and they're as scrawny as their dad too.
I heard there was another player who's his son 11 that I interviewed today that could be coming in the back line there, so we got all sorts of ways. But anyway, it was a great interview, right? So
photos as well, I saw.
No, it was a great interview.
We'll get those photos up on the JB.
Yeah, we'll get the JB. Yeah. But that was a great, and promo I think was
very good.
He's a funny bloke, man, but he was such a nice bloke. So everyone have a look at this. Oh man, no, he looks. He still plays. He plays and coaches. He's still super fit, man, and he speaks well, and he spoke well about the game too. You'd almost like
he understands the game.
You'd almost like consider him as some sort of role, because his understanding of the game was quite
high.
Too, just quietly.
He's got everything, man. But he was such a nice bloke. You know, sometimes you get before you meet him, you go, "Oh, I wonder how he's going to be," because you can't. And then you get there, and he was. I'm telling you, it was like my best mate. It was the best, man. So everyone watch this.
Let's have a look.
Till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery, I will fight, never wary, I wanna be legendary. Till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery, I will fight, never wary, I wanna be legendary.
And here we have him, Andrew Walker. How are you, mate?
Good, Rock. How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
Better known as either Tex.
Always good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too,
Thanks
Tex.
for having me.
And what is that nickname that you prefer? Do you prefer Tex? Do you prefer 1AW or Walks or what?
Oh, look, I was always a Rex Hunt fan, so when he come out with the 1AW, I was pretty happy that I've been named after a radio station, so we'll keep that one. So obviously the Tex Walker thing was always floating around.
Tex Walker,
You should have had number 3 on your back then you would have been
3AW. That would have been nice.
Look, you're sitting behind some of the legends here. Sticks, Bradley.
As a matter of fact, Walks, we've got a number 1 in Sauce here.
Yeah, the second best number 1 at the club, just behind me.
And the third best one over here, Ken Hands.
Oh, yeah, he was all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
Sergi.
And you got Serge as well. Horry Clover.
Horry, yeah.
They were all behind him, man.
Like, how did that work out? How did you get the number 1? How does that work?
Yeah, I remember exactly where it was. So it was coming up to the start of the season. I'll keep you short. But I was out at my cousin's who lived out at Narre Warren, and I had a phone call from Sauce, and I hadn't actually spoken to Sauce since being drafted. And
really?
He rang me and just said, look, the jump had been retired for a little while. I was their lowest round pick for a long time. And he threw it up to me basically and said, look, we're going to bring out a retirement for you. So
were you happy with that? Or was it pressure?
No, not at all. Look, I think the pressure came just ultimately going as a low pick. So
we're going to
chuck a number 1 on top of it, why don't you? So no, I was thrilled. Sauce rang, and of course, I'm a young kid at 17, and rang back home and said, "You won't believe it, Sauce has just given me number 1." And my folks were like, "Yeah, great, that's fantastic." So I remember another funny story. My first session, talking about first years. I finally got down the track, and it was so fast, and I stuffed up the first 2 drills, and Pagan just looked at me and goes, "Son, get out of the drill for a second, can you?" And actually kicked me out of the drill. I was like, "Oh, really? Shit, that's a bit of a reality check."
Wow. It was an exciting day. I mean, Carlton supporters by that stage needed something to latch onto to give them hope. And that's exactly what you provided, this beacon of hope that we drafted at pick 2, and I think they were just rapt to see that you had not only debuted but done so well. 26 possessions, you took a number of marks, and almost took a couple of marks of the year if they had stuck. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it was for me, it was a dream come true to play AFL footy, and I guess the first part of my career, like 4 or 5 years, was so up and down and really frustrating. And to be honest, I probably wasn't as professional as I should have been, and I trained hard, but just a country kid coming to the city,
Sure.
just such a reality check for me and, and a shock. And, I seriously think it took me 4 or 5 years to settle. And I think it's reflective on my form, throughout my career. So for me, the thought of a kid playing for a powerful club like Carlton was, imagine going to the centre bounce and you're there and you are at the MCG and you're playing on Collingwood. That's what I said. Like, I've tagged Bucks and I've tagged those guys, but to line up on the best player in the AFL on the biggest stage, in Australian sport, with 100,000 people watching you, that's like the dream come true. And for me, I felt like that year was the year I finally, for me, it clicked that this is what it takes to be an AFL football, and if this is the apprenticeship I have to do, then I'm going to do it. 2010 was a really ordinary year for me, both on field and off. I had the infamous booze cruise, which I was a part of. But,
we've already spoken to Ryan Houlihan.
A few plays about it.
So
we did an interview with Ryan Houlihan, and he was right behind that one. Were you involved in the organisation too?
I definitely was. So, I look
We're slowly incriminating all of you.
Mate, it was in our head. It was the best idea of all time. The next morning was not the best idea.
You know where you got.
I remember there was this one game. He's either in the box or in the thing, and he's kicked the goal. Someone kicked the goal, and he went, "Go Blues!" He was a real Carlton man.
He was a Carlton man.
He was barracking for them on the boundary line.
He was barracking more than just It was just So that was. I suppose it was. It was sad for us when he left. I can imagine you guys.
It really was, and I coach in my own right now back with the Echuca Bombers in the GV, and I can categorically say I'm in my 6th year as a coach. It takes time to build. You can build a game plan. You bring all this skill to your club. The one thing and if my players are going to be watching this, they probably will be. I bang on about this all the time. Like, I hear that a team's gone and bought this VFL player or ex-AFL player, but you cannot buy camaraderie.
Yes.
And that's the biggest thing. On-field camaraderie, knowing your teammate from a personal level, transitions onto the football field because you know exactly how they're playing, their personalities. So we were just nearly there. We were just nearly there. We were 3 or 4 years under Rats, had a successful year, plagued by injuries. We probably needed a few more years for us to really prove what we were about. So, and the conversation that happened there, I'm getting my head strapped glued. Ratton's on the side. He goes, "Walks, you need to stop flying at everything." I just said one of the games, I was just flying. And I'm nodding and going, and he goes, "Mate, you're throwing us out. Stop flying everything. Sometimes you need to stay down." I ran on the ground as that was happening. The ball was going across the ground, and knowing your teammates well, as I spoke about before, Mitch Robinson was told, at the time, he wasn't a great short kick of the ball, and he liked to surge it, sort of that 50-60. So as I saw it, I was running to the middle, I turned straight to the goal square and started running back. Carlisle's worked out that what I'm doing, and he's trying to play aggressive in front defence. And I saw, I knew it was coming. Like, it's one of those ones, I was propped up, but in the back of my head, I've got Rats going. Little Rats just sitting here going, "Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump." I go, "Nah, stuff, Rats, I'm going for it." Anyway, I launched at it, and it was like it was in slow-mo. That moment that I was up there, it was literally, I'm watching it come in. I'm pumping it up like I was sitting up there for 10 seconds, but I wasn't. It was about 3 seconds. But I'm sitting up there, and it came in.
No, it was 10 seconds.
10 seconds, mate.
We'll show a replay of it, but we'll go for 10 seconds. Trust me.
Pretty good interview, man.
Yeah,
like at the club,
really
in the lockers, you like that. You like, you like being there.
It's number one in the background, even though I said Ken Hands.
Ken Hands. It's fantastic, man. Look, how great is it that
you got Kernahan there now?
Kernahan. How great is it that you bring
1AW?
Yeah, well, you bring in the past champions back to the club. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Public cafe, open place.
Oh, public. Like it's perfect. Like the whole scenery. You're going. Man, it's perfect. Like
maybe if someone walked by as a fan and they saw the lockers and they saw Andrew Walker there.
Oh, and then get an autograph,
or maybe one picture or two pictures.
And, imagine Sticks was there and a whole bunch of people came, like 20 people, and they all took photos. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Imagine if you reckon they would have complained to the club and said they couldn't touch the lockers because they couldn't walk through because Sticks was there?
Are you allowed to touch the lockers?
Yeah, no, you can open them up because inside there's a thing there. Nah, but the club would never stop us from doing interviews there. Nah, surely they would never stop us from doing interviews there. That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
Do you have to show your membership before you go there? Or?
No, I don't know, man. I'm just thinking it's a, it's a beautiful thing. Everyone working together. You know what I mean? You bring the players there. It'd be worth it. But
perfect harmony.
I think so. No, I could never imagine. Never imagine them stopping you going there. Never imagine. Anyway, all right, let's get back into this. All right, everybody, and how was that, mate? That was like fantastic. I like
the little story at the end. It was good.
Mate, how good. I'm telling you, the bloke is a superstar. The bloke, so everyone tomorrow, sponsored by North Seafood and Grill.
North Seafood
Bar and Grill. And watch this full interview. I'm telling you, not only is he everyone's
I
favourite,
think you get a few people watching this. Young kids,
Mate,
our age as
he's
well.
a star. He was an absolute star, man. And I'm telling you, and the highlights you're going to see throughout the thing was just, it's just
good, huh?
one massive highlight.
I like
Ralph.
it, mate, every interview that we've had on it, like everyone's just open, candid. Everyone wants to tell their story. Well,
100%.
a lot of people want to tell their story, you know?
100%. They do want to do. Look, think about it, man. Like, and especially some of these players haven't played for many, many years, right? And then everyone wants to talk about themselves. Yeah. Everybody wants to talk about themselves. So open them up. They get out there, and mate, at the start, I said this last time. If you notice the players, right? At the start, they're a little bit, how you going and that, and then by the end, they're
warm into it.
relaxed.
Yeah.
They're telling you stories, you know.
And you can't stop it.
They love it, and they love it. And I think this is now a vault for future, like, and we're bringing back these players, you know. So everyone, get onto that and watch that interview. All right, and that'll be straight after.
Like, subscribe on the Jumper Punch official page.
And become a member
as well.
Become a member.
Become a Paolo member, and you can join you there.
Yeah,
that's right.
You could have been there. Oh yeah, you could have been right next to us, man.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda,
I'm
woulda,
telling
woulda
you,
been
send
there.
in your email, man, because we've got a few coming up that are going to be some massive names.
Yes.
Massive names. All right, and that could be you. And you know what?
Yes.
If yous come,
Y-O-U-S.
Y-O-U-S-E.
I'll get you, or we'll get you in there to ask a question on the camera to the players. You know what I mean? So, and then you get everything signed and mate,
Bloody oath.
done.
Photo.
Done. All right. This is our favourite.
Next.
They had a prize pump on 1 to 39.
What's the score?
77 to 68.
All right, banana of the week is proudly brought to you by
Merino Bros. Spend $60 midnight or before and get free delivery the next day.
Correct.
100%, man. They are the top banana.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to go first. Simple, one word, Mackay.
Okay.
Done. You are banana of the week because really that kick you did secured it for me.
Oh,
it secured
You've been
it for
waiting
me.
for that.
That was like hook, line,
100%. And
red tip banana, bang.
have you noticed? It's the podcast, mate.
Oh yeah, all of them.
Hey,
It's a
telling you,
curse.
Laugh.
It's a curse.
Laugh.
It's a curse.
What's happened to Fisher?
It's a curse.
Where is Gibberfish? And where is McKay and his brother? Doesn't even play for North anymore.
He's half
telling
dead.
you.
These podcasts are ruining people.
I'm telling you.
Half
don't do
Patrick. Patrick Cripps got one too.
Does he?
Ball magnets. With Tom Mitchell.
Does he?
And he does it with Giddy.
Yeah.
That's why he's starting slow.
He's slow.
Falls
I'm
asleep.
telling you, it's not happening. No, mine's simple, man. It's there. There you go.
I don't know if he's going to do it, but I'm doing it this week. So at the footy, and it was like, I think it was the last quarter. Game turned to absolute dog shit.
Yeah, we were dog shit.
And
as Troop said, we started shit, we played
played shit,
we were shit.
That's it. We were. And you know, at the footy, you get frustrated, and you go, fuck, why kicking it there, blah, 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 this and that.
Yeah.
Anyway, supporter behind us. I think he's a Carlton member. I'm pretty sure he sits there. They're Carlton members. I think one of them is, or I don't know if the middle one is. But anyway, sitting there, and he goes, now why don't you go out there and do it?
It's the most ridiculous thing, people.
And goes like this, why don't you go out there and do it?
Oh, did he touch her?
Yeah,
Multiple
it
times.
was close to getting
multiple times, but I can't.
We're never like.
No, I would never do
We're
that.
not like, obviously, we're never.
I'm not that.
Verbal's alright, fair enough.
Nah, but I'm just there to watch the football, mate. Whatever, yeah. You people say shit, whatever, and you go, you know, sometimes you're out of line, and you go, hey, mate, just relax. No worries, all relax. I'm all good. Kept going. And he goes, oh, you seem to be like 115 kilos, and sure, can't get out there and do it yourself. I'm like, bro, if I was paid $500,000, maybe I would go out there and I would train every week, and maybe I would hit that 30-meter kick. You never know. Anyway, goes a little bit more. Then, obviously, he's heavily intoxicated.
But this guy's always pissed.
Pissed. Under the influence. Yeah. Like, and it's not having a go at him, or it's just... There's a lot of people like this. Not a lot of people, but there's certain people like this at the football.
Yeah.
And he was pissed. Completely out of line of what he said next. So me, I got thick skin, water off a duck's back, don't care.
Yeah.
What he said next had me boiling, but I'm like, for his sake, and I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to retaliate, Mars going to just be, watch the football, whatever. Goes, oh, you're a lebo? And not to me, to him.
Yeah, to me. And obviously I'm not gonna get up and do anything. But I just I like. I'm like, don't fucking stoop to that.
Yeah. And I'm just like, and now I'm calming him down. Usually it's him calming me down.
I don't, mate.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's me either. I don't worry me. Water off a duck's back.
Once you cross that line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once you cross that line.
Yep.
I'll destroy you.
Yeah.
But he kept going and he was muttering to his mate, and then he tried to go at my brother, and then I had to fucking calm him down because he's like a loose cannon. When I'm like, and
I can't believe you're the one calming everyone
down. He's calming everyone. He's telling me to calm down. I was fine.
I'm going to Paul, like, don't worry about it. Just watch the game because I know.
Don't go the rest because I could have. As what do people do? They go to security, and that's a year ban.
Yeah.
That's a year ban. I could have gone straight, and I can go now if I want.
Yeah.
And I can go
because you know exactly where he sits, who he is,
I know exactly what his membership is. Blah 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 blah.
But I'm not going to do that.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
Sort it out in this situation. And then he take me on the back and goes, look, he goes,
and that's what I was about to say.
I stepped over the
mark. I was about to say
that. I go, be a better man.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's good.
And next time we're at Marvel Stadium, we'll probably have a fucking beer. You don't know.
And the thing was, right, he goes at me and he goes, all you say is, oh, this and that. I'm like, bro, I was just celebrating with your mate. Chera kicked the goal, fucking high-fiving each other. Yeah. What happened? I'm like, all I'm saying is that, bro, he should have hit the 20-metre kick. Yeah. And he's like, oh, now you're going at an 18-year-old. I'm like, when did I ever go at Hollands?
But he didn't even know what he was saying this week.
Right? So the thing is like he said sorry and that, but his mate in the middle was also like just off his nut. Yeah. Gets the beer and like all over them.
Yeah, crazy.
All over who?
So me, Michael,
and other mate, Jamie.
It could have been.
It could have been all in.
It could have been a bad moment.
But all I'm saying is that, just like if a supporter has something to say, like. All you got to say is, oh, come on, man, like, you know. And then, like, you can have the you can have a discussion. That's fine. Okay, yeah.
Don't get personal.
No,
don't get
but when
physical.
you got to get personal and all that, you lost the war.
Wow.
The battle's lost, mate.
100%.
As soon as you get personal,
you've lost it.
And he's like, oh, you're getting personal with the players. I'm like, I'm not wishing death upon him, this or that. I'm just saying he should have kicked. He got to hit the 25-metre kick, bro.
Right.
So he's going to get banana of the week. His mate too. The other mate was fine. You know, he was all good. He didn't say anything. But the other two copped it. Look, he said sorry, but you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
Lay off the piss.
No, he knew.
He knew he stuffed up.
Because, as you said, it could have escalated.
All I'm saying was, if there was 5 Lebos in front of him, they're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
They're dead. And I'm like, bro. I'm like, geez. I'm like, fuck. You say that to the wrong person.
100%, man.
Like,
if our Lebanese mate was there,
he killed him.
He would have cracked him.
He would have killed him.
Honestly, would have turned around and cracked him.
So,
and I'm not saying that's right, but
and you know me, the person I am, bro. Like, but I'm like, fuck. I'm like, you can't say that.
Don't step
like, I know what to say and what I can't say, but unless you want to give another banana of the week, he's going to get it this week.
Good.
We'll see him again at the Brisbane game, and I'll, how you going and that. I have no hard feelings, bro. And you just, when you're at the footy, keep your hands to yourself. Don't keep. He touched me about 8 times. Like, hey, bro, like that. Like, come on. When I come up to you and keep going like that, like, I'll turn around. But I've probably got like 30 kilos on him. If I turned around and cracked him, his
And
head
then
would have
you're the
been on
bad
a
person.
swivel.
Yeah.
Would have been fucking 12-6,
No, you
neck
did the right
broken.
thing, man.
You know
You're
what I mean?
James
So,
Bond, you're doing fucking.
it's
James
just,
bad, mate.
but it's just like, and you
Couple
know,
of F-bombs he let release off, but he's much
yeah,
more
but that's,
tame.
but like, but I'm sitting with him. Yeah, it's not for me. It's like we're there to like we're
Yeah,
all
no,
one.
100%,
Everyone's
mate.
one,
100%.
and this is what we
So-
say. Don't stoop to that
I
level.
was racially abused at the football. For anyone wondering, I was racially abused at the football. Funnily enough, he got the race wrong.
That's right.
Which is even funnier.
I'm Italian, mate. I'm not even Lebo. That's what he
The
said.
way I deal with that is not to go and dibby
No.
on security.
Nah, no
Say,
way.
Kick him out and get rid
Just
of him.
tell him.
Bro, don't stoop to that level.
Nah.
You're better than that, man.
Correct.
I agree.
You're
I
better.
agree. 100%, and that's a good
Anyway,
lesson for everyone.
I'm sure
And we're
we'll
all
see you at
learning.
the next game, we'll shake hands.
Always,
have a beer.
always.
Yeah.
I went on.
So you gave the same banana, yeah?
No.
Nah, yeah. That was my
Mine
banana.
was to the team committee
Oh,
last
yeah.
week. The selection
yes.
is
It was
just
simple.
shocking.
Schifezza di merda.
No, we kind of we did this easy, man. Like committee, Mackay, easy, it's easy.
Oh, special
man.
shout out to the Carlton cheerleaders too.
Oh, I saw it.
I've got the video this time.
I saw it.
Oh. Was that
And-
half time? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
And it was the
Water time.
same
There was
song
some-
that Beyonce, I think,
There was
did
some,
at the
Can we get the hovercraft back?
There were some very gorgeous women in there, I must admit.
and Gorgeous Men.
What, in tracksuits?
Come on, man. Fuck.
Well, you got to be fair for football.
Yeah, you got to be fair.
The males, mate. There were some very pretty ladies.
Nah, well, you could say there's a gorgeous man. Why you?
Well, I said it about Walker. What's
That's
that?
it. Oh, there they are.
Is it? Oh, God.
All right.
Leaving them.
What, with no pom poms? At least
And
do it
it-
in the middle of the ground.
Nah, it looked like a little bit of a schmozzle there.
Anyway,
It's not working.
I will say that's okay if we're winning, which we were at half time. So
Yeah, no, that was
anyway,
good. All right.
No, that was at quarter time, Paul.
It was at
we're
quarter
also
time.
winning at quarter time.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah,
Like, Ella.
nah,
Whatever.
it's good. All right, this is our favourite.
Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare? Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare a te? Che bello! Ma che cazzo sta a fare? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo ne so?
All right, Ma.
Oh, I can't believe we forgot the line. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ma che cazzo!
So,
Falling
What do you got
asleep.
for us, Rocco Rampamur?
you want it? Rampamur, he's a
Yeah.
funny bloke, man. Funny stuff.
Perfect.
Hey, I just call this one simple. Put on your pants, Ray.
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh,
yeah, look at this.
Look at it.
Fucking
How good's this? Perfect. And then we've got
Oil.
freshly ground. Freshly ground. Freshly ground, eh, gang?
Freshly ground.
Look at these
Oh
sides.
yeah.
Gut.
Look at that.
Guts,
How
good's this? Oh my God.
I know you can't believe your eyes.
You can.
Listen to the kid.
Wow.
Look at the oil.
And then, my boy, we have the final ingredient before we put the oregano on.
No, but watch this now. This is the best bit. Watch this.
Okay, done. No, put it.
Wife beater skippy.
Edit that part out, eh?
What are you gonna do with it? Where are you gonna wash them now? It's gonna go over. Come here, gang. Rub your hands on the meat now, will you?
That's the typical walk
But then he
What
goes,
an idiot
come
you
here,
are.
rubber wire.
He goes, that's the one. Oh, you don't help
That's
us do
the
anything.
thing.
Here when you go do something,
Yeah,
you're doing it wrong.
The way he goes, what'd you do that for, Ray?
Oh my god.
The
Fantastic.
Greeks.
Yeah, fuck, that was a
Ah,
dirty
they're the
skivvy. Oh god.
I love it.
That's
I love
beautiful.
the Greeks.
He probably would have eaten like that too.
They look good, man.
And by the end of the thing, by the end of the night, he would have had that the skivvy off, his chain on with his hairy chest, and just
And that would have been the Zorba
There's
there.
those twins on Instagram, Scallotta.
Oh, yeah.
Scallotta. They dress like, they're from Jersey,
Yeah.
the Italians, and they dress with the
Oh, yeah.
shirts
Just
and all that.
dirt.
And he goes, talk to me,
Dude,
mate.
Tyson.
Talk to me,
I
mate.
love those blokes. They're fantastic.
Filthy.
Fat with the taquini
Yeah,
tracksuit
yeah.
pants.
Yeah, actually, I see that
Central
bloke.
taquini tracksuit pants. How you doing?
How you doing?
What are you gonna do?
All right, listen to me.
Hey, listen.
Well, listen.
Now, I'm going to get You know how these pronouns. Let's get sort of seriously. You know, and
pronouns. I've got a funny story about that anyway.
So now I want a thing, but it's sometimes a bit confusing, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine this. I call this one Dragon Self.
Dragon Self.
All right, listen to this.
I don't normally ask for pronouns on the podcast, but in this case, I thought I would respect your desires.
Yeah. Thank you for respecting my preferred pronouns, Dinesh. I'm actually gender fluid, and so I wear scrunchies around my wrists so that you can understand which pronoun I'm going by for the day, because I know how you right-wingers don't know how to respect pronouns. So on pink days, I go by she, her. On white days, I go by they, them. Blue days, I go by he, him. And a very special red scrunchie is when I do the neo-pronoun dragon self. And that's usually during my menstrual cycle. It doesn't come out very often. And you actually lucked out today. I'm going by she, her. That could change by the minute, by the day, by the hour.
Surely that's a skit.
If it is, no. Oh, I don't know. But even if that, it didn't look like a skit. But just say it was a skit, right?
The problem is we don't know if it's a skit or not.
I reckon.
That's the problem.
I reckon that's happening somewhere around the world.
As I said, the problem is we don't know if that's a skit or not. That's the problem.
Yeah. It could change by the minute, by the day.
Actually, one of our mates, God bless him, he was in, where was he, the Monash Library?
Oh, yeah.
In the Monash Library.
Yeah, Monash, yeah.
Work, or Bentley Library.
Yeah, Bentley.
And
Yes, Bentley.
He was working, right? And he's a very busy person, right? So, I mean, doing emails or whatever, organising those. He was studying in a nook, you know, the
one person studying little.
And he's there, his headphones. Excuse me, sir, would you like one of these badges? And it's like, what are they? He's like, a fucking bad bowl full of badges. Like, what are they? He goes, oh, it's so we know how to identify you. And he's like, and he's looking through. He goes, have you got one that says busy?
I like that.
Then which one did he take? He took
he took two. There's a he, him, and there's a she, her, him.
Yeah, he goes,
him.
He goes, is this a rare one?
Mate.
You can only laugh, mate. You know. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. No one wants to cry, so.
No, you gotta laugh. Hey, listen.
Yeah. Good God. Deary me.
I just call this, we don't need gravity.
We don't need gravity.
What is the
So
force,
dumb.
Trisha? What is the force that causes objects to fall to the ground?
Oh, she's
Girl, you better.
I know this because my titties are low thanks to gravity.
Yay!
But
A
we
personal anecdote.
Can we just also say we don't actually need gravity? But that's a different thing.
What do you mean by
I
that?
saw someone do this. Was this a TikTok? We were watching something where
We
someone's like, "We don't actually need
don't
gravity."
need
We were watching this to me.
You
Like,
don't
we actually
choose.
don't need it.
What do you mean that we don't need gravity?
What if it was never invented?
Invented by who?
Sir Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton created gravity.
Whoever created gravity, someone did, but we don't actually need it.
There
Like,
was
we
a
could have
time
just all.
There was a time on Earth before gravity existed.
Yes. Who created gravity, babe? Dan.
It was Isaac Newton.
Getting
You're right.
dumber by the second.
You were in the
over it.
right ballpark. Sir Isaac Newton perhaps first defined and discovered
Maybe-
gravity. He
What do you
didn't
mean we don't
invent
need gravity? I'm curious about that
We just
statement.
don't need it.
But like, what do you mean?
The moon doesn't have gravity.
It does.
It does.
All bodies, all celestial. All bodies.
All
you
mass.
have gravity.
Anything with
In
mass
fact,
has gravity.
In fact, some would say you have a sizable amount of gravity.
I will say, could you imagine our forward 50 entries if there was no gravity?
Out of the stadium. They hit the fucking moon.
Oh, no.
They hit the fucking moon.
There's still gravity and there's still
Oh, man. That's true.
She's actually that dumb.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
seen her before. She's got a YouTube channel.
know.
She's
I
actually
don't know
that
if she's
dumb.
acting it or whatever.
Like people can be like,
Are you dumb?
Play on it.
yeah, but she's really that dumb.
No.
Yeah, she's
People
dumb.
think that you don't need gravity. No, seriously.
That's a
I'm
bad
telling
one.
you. Hey, listen.
That's a bad one. Yes, sir.
You love horses.
I love my horses.
You love
yes.
horse racing.
I love horse racing. Actually,
Trots.
I have something to say.
Trots.
as well. Yep, trots. Yep.
Greyhounds.
Thoroughbreds.
Yep. Do you love
equestrian? Yeah.
Oh, equestrian at the Olympics.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a pretty special art, I must admit.
I see him when I go to play tennis because they're down in Greenville at the back there.
The polo.
Yeah.
The polo.
Yep.
Yeah. Diving.
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 Horses diving.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't say. I've seen horses in the water. Walker.
Yeah, at Warrnambool.
Lindsay Park and all that.
What's it?
What are you working on?
Oh, no. You got the wrong one there, mate.
Hold on, where are we? Horses
Horse
diving.
diving used to be a thing in the 1880s.
What?
Horses had blinders put on them or led up a ramp up to
Right.
60 feet tall and had the board collapse beneath them, sending the rider and the horse into a pool of water below. One famous rider was blinded in both eyes due to keeping her eyes open when entering the water, but continued to dive afterwards. Prominent trainers and divers claimed the horses loved what they were doing, and there are no records of a diving horse getting injured from a jump. The attraction went on for decades before pressure from animal rights activists shut it down. There was actually an attempt to revive the show in 2012, which was quickly halted. The president of the Humane Society of the United States stated, "This is a colossally stupid idea."
Horses dive. I can't say. Yeah, wow.
No.
Deary me.
I love when I shock you.
Oh.
Far out.
Horses diving was a thing and people used to go and watch
There
it.
you go.
I'll just call this one here. Would you like ice with that?
But now, what are you working on here? They were telling me this is one of your prized possessions.
Oh, yeah. This is a Baracus cherub. It's actually been a very tough piece to do. We've been working on it for about 8 hours right now. We still got quite a ways to go on it.
Now, can I take a closer look at this? Because why is this your oh my God. I am so sorry. I am...
Oh, that chisel would have been at his throat.
One word.
What's that?
Unlucky.
That was unlucky. I
That's
think after the week we've had,
Yeah.
we need to finish off with a joke.
Alright, okay.
Let's go for a joke.
But Eldon, we've had a lot of trouble with young people taking drugs in Penzance. And they had 3 of them in court a month ago, and he said, I should send all you boys to prison, but he said, I'm going to give you a chance to go out and convince other young people they shouldn't take drugs. And he gave them all a postcard with a little circle one end and the big circle the other. And he said, using that as a symbol, I want you to convince young people they shouldn't take drugs. Well, they've been in court again today. And he said to the first one, how many of you convinced? He said, 8. He said, that's very good. Well, it was good, wasn't it? He said, how did you do it? He said, I told them if they take drugs, their heart will go to that size. But if you don't take drugs, you'll have a big, strong heart. It'll be big as that. He said, that's very good. Well, it was good, wasn't it? He said, the second one, how many of you convinced? He said, 17. He said, that's very good. He said, how did you do it? He said, I told them if they take drugs, they just have a few friends. The circles of their friends will be that big. But if you don't take drugs, you'll have a lot more friends, and the circle of your friends will be big as that. He said, that's very good. He said, it's very good. And he said the third one, how many of you convinced? He said, 8,964. He said, that is very good. He said, how did you do it? He said, I told the young people of Penzance, if you take drugs, you'll go to prison. The policeman will catch you and he'll put you in prison. And when you go in prison, your asshole will be that
He is a fucking star, man. Jeffro.
Oh, God.
Your asshole will be that big.
Oh, dearie me. I got to use that one. That's great.
That is fantastic. What's going on here?
That's all over.
No, yeah. All right. That was Mark Kikatsu. That was a good one.
Oh, yes.
That was a good one. Hey, you know someone who doesn't matter what you eat, your asshole stays the same, is snits.
Ah, yes. What a way to
Trying to work out a way. I'm telling you, man.
God, email the manager. They didn't say it.
No.
Imagine the new Schnitz ad on TV. Your asshole stays the same. How about the Schnitz Northland?
Your asshole doesn't get big. You know, it's not like McDonald's. Nah, man. The first one, the
schnitzel chips and the salad.
We had that today with.
How do you spell whiff?
Whiff.
W-H-I.
A whiff.
Yeah,
a
whiff.
What did you have a whiff of?
No, with one of the great one of the great small forwards.
Elocution lessons at the jumper punch. Brown cow.
Bloody hero, man. I've been doing this for 50 years, and you just like the Carlton gameplay, and you just want to be changed.
Mediterranean salad and schnitzel. Schnitzify your Mediterranean salad and take your taste buds on a vacation.
I love it. All right, let's do the one where you look forward to this all week, don't you?
What a call.
Oh, it's a horse race, isn't it?
It's not a horse race. It's not a horse race.
Paul's call.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, before I go on with the call, obviously, you know, I'm a big horse racing man.
Of course you are.
A heartfelt
yes
to Dean Holland and his family. Very sturdy, very honest, very hard-working jockey. Unfortunately, lost his life in a tragic fall over the weekend. So to him and his family and all those close to him in the racing circles, we wish them nothing but the best.
I heard about that today.
It's been a horrible 2 to 3 months for jockeys. I don't know. I've never seen this many falls and this many injuries for a long time. So when they say it rains, it pours, but I know there's a lot of anti-racing people who are against the horse,
and they're gonna probably
they'll rear their head again.
And this is where like as a punter, like you kind of sometimes have a go at jockeys, and I think you've kind of got to get perspective and
it's a tough caper.
It's one of the toughest jobs for them to do. They've got to waste, they can't eat a lot. Then they risk their lives on animals travelling 60 to 70.
Oh God, how much are these?
40, 50, 45, some 50.
How much are the animal weigh?
600, 5 to 600.
500
so half a tonne, you get like a little
and it doesn't
man.
speak English.
Details of his passing
Yeah.
released through an but he could be revived.
Yes. So thoughts with his family and friends.
He rode a massive Group 1 up the straight about 6 weeks ago on a horse called In Secret, which ironically he actually replaced an injured jockey.
Yes.
So what do you do? It's a horrible thing. So bit of a somber start, but hopefully we'll pick up the mood.
Yep.
Now there's no real call from this week's game because it was at Berbanya.
You know what? You're not doing the call of the game until we win.
Well, there's nothing to call, mate.
That's right. Because even if it was a great goal, you just can't do it.
But so I thought one of my favourite passages of play was from the 2001 elimination final against Adelaide. That I wanted to play, and it's one of my favourite bits. And we were going over it like last year and earlier in the week. And I've just recited it. So it's a bit of an impression on Bruce.
All right.
On Bruce McCann.
No, I like that.
Here it goes. McKay and Rashudo, two of the hard nuts, hard at it. Kuta Fides, go all the way, Kuta. Strolls away, 2 bounces. On his left foot, caresses it to Whitnell. Whitnell searches for a handball, finds Bradley, calls his man off him. Steady, go for it, kick it. How good is that? Don't you love it? Kuta Fides and Bradley, 2 of the greatest ever. Oh, Jared, that's the sweetest icing on a cake I've ever tasted.
That is fantastic, man. That's almost to a T there.
No, it was it's word for word.
And for those who you've got to watch it. It is just such a good... Like Rashudo and Rashudo and McKay are stuffing around with it. The ball swings out. And then from out of the screen, Kuta just swoops. The one-hander pick-up, strolls away, 2 bounces... finds Whitnell.
I remember that. That was and Whitnell too, mate. He was a good little player.
And you should have seen Bradley line up the goal.
Oh yeah, oh beautiful.
45 out. He's slow to a walk.
Yeah,
he stopped.
Lines it up.
Took 3 steps. And bang.
Yeah.
Don't you love it?
Well, one of his greatest goals was that goal in the grand final. He steadied. He got the ball, he steadied, kicked the goal.
And then what did he do?
Went back to the centre. Hey, again, this small forward that I spoke to, we spoke a lot about things. He kept saying a few things, and he said one thing that was interesting. players these days, these small
Over
forwards,
celebrate. Yeah.
he goes, they kick one goal, and they're at the crowd doing. This is exactly what he was doing to me. He's going, they're there, and they're going.
They're 10 goals down. You know, he used to do
And they
that.
kick one.
Remember Satana? Gotta love Satana, but
Yeah, no, you
sometimes
love-
you got to create your own energy. But yeah.
Well, he goes, mate, we should just run back to the centre and maybe get a little bit of a
Head run, yeah.
as you're
Pat on
running
the
back, you know. So there's a difference.
Anyway.
All right, everybody, Instagram, TikTok, like, share, sub.
Schnitz Northland, Merino Bros, Top Dog Liquor, all the sponsors.
North
Thank you very
Seafood
much.
Bar
Like,
and
subscribe.
Grill.
Membership, Mars, Rocco, Polo, get on it.
Yep.
And you can only join if you've got your Apple iPhone. You won't be able to join via the YouTube app.
Yeah.
You've got to go on your desktop.
Yeah, go on the desktop. It's not that
On
hard.
your
I hear
computer.
people going, oh, you know, but just get on your desktop.
Maybe some people don't have a computer.
I don't know what to do then.
Go up on YouTube. Just go on YouTube.
But you can, even through your phone. If you go through YouTube, subscribe, sign in.
You can do it on a browser. You can do it on a browser.
If you go through the browser, you sign in, then you
Desktop
can do it.
version on your phone as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's that.
So everyone do that. Remember,
Yep.
go down to It's Northland, 17% off if you're a
Subscriber to the BA and Jumbo Punch.
25% off Snits if you are a TJP member.
And actually, I'm gonna put it up on. We'll put up sometime this week a design of t-shirt I designed.
Ah, cool. Yeah, and we're gonna do a
It's
little.
kind of a retro feel,
Alright.
but it's like it's tech.
I think we've got a few things coming up. There's also, I think, a bit of a Snits ad, maybe.
Yeah. I told Gokhan as well. I was going to show
We've
him.
got
So
something
he's like,
coming up. Yeah, we've got something coming up. We've got a million things. All right, and just remember all our shows. You're looking at
Blue Sunday, Forever Rivals.
Yep, and
Legends of the Jumbo Punch. Sorry,
and remember that this bloke here, Bangkok Joe.
Hello, Jumper Punch viewers. This is Bangkok Joe. Hey, how do you get to work? Bus? Train? Drive? Well, here in Bangkok, we have another system, and it's called river taxis. Apparently, Bangkok is called the Venice of the East. So the other day, I took some of my clients on a river taxi, and here's the result. Just a couple of people on board, not many, under the bridge. I think the guys are enjoying it. What do you think, Troy and
wow, amazing.
Don?
Impressive transportation.
You get off at the stop.
Yeah.
A bit of art, as people can see, on the river. Okay, so we've taken a second boat. Not as crowded. Say hello, Noi. Not as crowded. There's Donald and Troy talking to our guide Mus. Getting close. So there goes the boat, and we have arrived at Sapantuan Chang Pier. Now we're off to Jim Thompson's.
All right, there you go with Bangkok Joe. Did you ever wonder how they come up with that name? Bangkok Joe. Not Joe. Bangkok. But do you know, actually, there's no way. You know what the real name of Bangkok is?
What is it?
No, I've got no idea.
Oh.
There's no way you can pronounce it.
Oh, really?
It goes for like 68 letters.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's weird. Like my missus naturally can say it. Like it takes you 3 minutes to say it. It's really that long. It's amazing. Anyway, make sure. So
Blue Sunday.
Blue Sunday, proudly brought to you by Retired Working For You, which is his travel company. All right, some viewers.
Yep, Tim J. Wilkes. That interview was as good as Alex Marcoux was as a player. Bloody brilliant.
Was a great.
And I think he had the Marcoux versus Milhana, that Legends game.
Yes,
it's not a Legends game. I think it's just fucking fans. They should get us out there.
Yeah, wow. Some of those players look like us out there.
Fuck, I could have put a better effort in.
No, it was good. It was good.
But yeah, no, it was good. Good
Ashley
stuff.
Fraser, bloody ripper interview, guys. Alex is a legend.
Yeah, no, it was a good interview.
Did Carlton, this is from Chris M. Did Carlton just expect to be better this year? They were high expectations for this year. Does this affect the players? They just expect to be in finals. They're going to have to dig deep.
True statement.
Yep. John Holden, awesome show, guys. Love Bucky and his insight. Love the passion and debate. The different opinions on what needs to be fixed for people was fascinating.
Yeah, it was good. Last week was really good. This week was better, but last week was good.
Michael Harley, yes, I love it when two of my favourite Carlton shows combine. Great to see Bucky with the jumper punch.
Yes, it was.
Eastleigh Adam, one bad dish does not mean you can't cook, boys. Settle, plenty of upside to come.
Ooh, that was a maybe.
I hope so.
Shit.
I hope so, goodness me. Dynamic Hypnotic, it's simple for me. I see Bucky, I watch the video.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hard to disagree. Is this John O. Smith?
All right, this is John O. Smith. He
sent this one. Have we seen this one?
No.
Oh, okay.
So he's got. So we've got the figurines.
The 3D printed figurines you can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where to buy them.
Yeah. So and he set up a whole little
diorama.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so it's
he has
good.
the floor as well. He's got the.
Yeah.
He's got the grass. He's got the Carlton ground behind it.
Yeah. Good on him.
So he does. I just can't.
He's a sicko.
I'm telling you, it's as sick as it gets.
Sick puppies, mate.
Yeah.
Sick puppies.
All right, this has been a
Great stuff.
huge show, man. This has been huge, man. I don't even know how long this has gone for. We just
8
kept
years.
talking, but it seems to be when something when
The
they're
big comes
not,
up, whether it's a win or loss, we need to delve into it. So
and I think we delve into it more when it's a loss.
because you want answers, that's why.
Yeah. So
All
hope
issues covered.
Yeah,
I think
so
this
I
week.
hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone gets out. Everyone gets in front of their TV.
Yeah. Oh, they might
Maybe head over to
WA.
Maybe they head over to Perth for the game if you do. Safe trip, enjoy.
Yes.
Hopefully we're celebrating a win.
When is it? Saturday?
It should be, but
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
At least not Sunday.
Night, I'll be watching the game at work, so I'm either going to be tearing my hair out or what's left.
Oh
of it.
yeah, you'll be at work. That's right. I'll be.
Yeah.
7:30 by the time it finishes.
7th. I think it's the 7:30 over
Let
there.
us know how you think we're going to
It
go.
is.
Comments.
No.
Like, subscribe.
Oh, it's 7:30 here.
7:30 here.
Oh, okay.
It can't be, or else it'd be like 9:30 at night or
Oh, yeah,
something.
sorry.
So that's that.
All right, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Go Blues.
You work 8 hours to live 4. You work 6 days to enjoy 1. You work 8 hours to eat in 15 minutes. You work 8 hours to sleep 5. You work all year just to take a week or two vacation. You work all your life to retire in old age and contemplate only your last breaths. Eventually you realize that life is nothing but a parody of yourself practicing for your own oblivion. We have become so accustomed to material and social slavery that we no longer see the chains. Life is a short journey. Live it. Collect memories, not material things.